Get a couple angles here.
Trim him down.
Let's see.
How the fuck? Oh,
It's like not letting me turn it all the way down.
oh just mute it.
Yeah, that's what I did. I just muted mine.
All right.
Oh, in here.
Here we go. We'll let some people get on, and then we'll get to it. Drew is Sharon. What's cracking?
You on the cam? I don't see the cam.
Do you still want your fan on? Oh, yeah, because you're about to be rolling. Yeah, guys, we got a fan for Paul today. I don't know if
Good.
you guys can see
Even
this here.
hot?
For his
No,
hands,
so
it's
like I
sweaty.
don't know why, dude. Like when I roll here for some reason, it's like I know I'm in a camera and like have fucking
hands get
yeah,
sweaty?
my hands get sweaty. But at home, I don't have that issue, and if I
think
do, I have a little fan that I usually use.
You got gloves?
I do in my backpack, which is right there in front of you.
Oh, we're
Dig.
all muted, he said.
Yeah, you got to go to YouTube. Oh, let me pin the comment.
got-
Hold on. Forgot to pin the comment. Ugh.
Yes, sir. We're live on YouTube, right, guys?
Yes.
That's what's up. What's up, guys?
Audio.
Ted the Goat. That Z band is stupid fire.
We just discontinued it.
Oh no way.
It was
Wasn't
just
viable
too,
or what?
It was way too variant in batches, bro.
Yeah.
Like you'd have an insane batch, and then the next like 5 would just be not good.
Yeah.
And
Which
then
one was this?
Z
Z band.
Oh, okay.
And then of course this always happens. You take something off the menu, and then the final batch is so
It's
fire.
dank. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Shout
actually
out
what
Life
just happened
Sauce.
with Don Juan, dude.
Really?
The 6th batch we dropped was stupid, and
Yeah.
then it wasn't in rotation anymore. So we're like, shit.
Yep.
So if you get the Don Juan, if you had a chance to try it,
Don Juan.
Yep.
save it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
the
wanted
Juan.
to try that.
We have some left. We definitely kept heads down.
CT, yes sir. We were just talking about it. We're definitely gonna be doing some more alien tips.
Like Mike in the building.
Fuck going on, Terrence?
Darren's in the house. All right. I didn't even get the fucking gloves out of your backpack. I just grabbed it and didn't do shit with it.
It's all good. Gloves are in the pocket in the back at the very bottom.
All right, we're just letting some people get on, and then we're gonna get to it.
Should
Oh
be-
damn, we already got 90 people. Let's go.
Is there no gloves in there?
Oh, there it is. Yeah.
Okay.
You need any of your shit?
No, I'm good. I got everything else out. It's Craig and Dash.
What's the link?
Link for. Oh, it's in my bio. Let me see.
The YouTube link.
Yeah, it's fucking.
It's just proper doinks, right?
It's just our YouTube page, Proper Doinks.
Yeah, it's just-
YouTube.com/properdoinks.
That's a good question. I should probably post that. Huh? Let me see.
That's what people are asking for.
Yeah.
Does it
I think
pause it
it's-
when I go off, or just me? All right, cool.
Is it Proper Doinks TV? Or just
It's
Proper
just
Doinks?
at Proper Doinks.
Yeah.
I think it's
let me see.
youtube.com/Proper Doinks.
Links in our bio as well.
Juanito.
Sure. I'm gonna text it to you real quick so you got it. Because I feel like there's hella shit to it. You know what I mean?
Shout out like Mike. Life Sauce in the building.
All right. Start
Eugene.
breaking this down. Where are we at? 115. All right, we're probably pretty good to start talking about some shit here. When's the drop? Signed up for email, didn't get anything. The drop was what is it today? Sunday? Yesterday, it sold out in the first hour. If you didn't get anything, it probably went to your spam or promotions. If you add us as a contact, that'll help avoid that. Let's see.
Somebody's already trolling.
What we got?
They said purple punch over RS11.
You got to be a little bit more realistic than that to get us going, guys.
I think I always thought that was funny, the NorCal Nemo shit, because that is Purple Punch to me.
It swear. That's
Yeah.
what I was saying.
Yeah.
That's like a
straight up.
bag seed Purple Punch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's some sort of cousin.
Yeah,
for sure.
It's for sure related.
Yeah.
All right, 123. We'll probably go 130. Yeah, we're good to start talking about some shit. So, as you can see, got Ted with us here today. Reason for bringing Ted on: we are homies, but he will not let us get away with no bullshit. He's not agreeable at all. So,
I am not.
Yeah.
I wish I was.
Yeah, and that's what we like, as long as there's good reasoning behind it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? There's
Right.
trolls, and then there's intelligent people with a different perspective,
Yeah.
and we love that.
And I think everybody in our chat and everybody in this industry knows the knowledge that you carry and how long you've been here. So I think, you know,
Appreciate
your comments hold weight, whereas other people's don't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
I agree. I sometimes do feel like I am a little not. I should be more agreeable.
No.
Nah,
I think
I
you
know,
should.
but,
Yeah, I
yeah.
think that you know enough about this plant that you should be outspoken about the things and knowledge that you have, because a lot of people don't have that knowledge.
Yeah, true.
It's taken a decade, if not more, for you to gain the knowledge that you've had of, being in rooms and being in facilities and creating one of the dopest brands. So it's like you've been there and you know how to do it and how to execute it. So
We've
yeah.
also disagreed on a lot of shit,
Oh, yeah.
and both of us have conceded when presented with good points.
Yeah,
You know what
I'm
I mean?
just 100% willing to learn. I think that's
Yeah.
something that more people in this industry should be, is like
Yeah.
open to. I know what people don't like to fucking not be right. People don't like to.
It's an ego.
But
thing.
I think like the minute you stop being open to learning new things and changing your mind when new information is provided, is like you're on your way to dying.
Yep.
I feel like people want to be right and not want to have the right knowledge.
Yeah, that's right.
Like I feel like
Yeah.
we want to just have the right knowledge, whether that means we're wrong or right.
Yeah.
And I think
Yeah,
that's
I don't
where
care.
you
I'm
know,
that, but I think also like I sit in a position of privilege for that. Like I already, AlienLabs is fucking, I already did the shit, so it's okay
Yeah.
if I'm wrong. But in some people, they're still grinding, and if they think if they're wrong, that's gonna, be a detriment to them or their brand.
yeah,
and
which really just adds credibility if you're like, yeah, I was wrong.
I agree.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah, so there will be no bias. So actually, now that we're talking about bias and shit, we'll just talk about the elephant in the room. Obviously, Blueprint are the homies. Some people think that we'd be biased. If you know us well, we definitely are not.
I gotta add though too, while we may not known fuck as long as we know Blueprint, fuck's the homie too. Like, let's quit playing.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, dude, there's
I
a
was
lot of
just
people that are the
DMing
homie,
it. We
you
were
know?
just
Yeah.
talking yesterday. Like,
If we avoided the homies, we wouldn't have
wouldn't be here.
conversation.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't think that like you guys should avoid the homies, but there is something to be said about bias, and like I know we all think that we can overcome it, but that's just not really the reality of it.
No.
The reality of bias is that like it's subconscious.
Yeah.
Like you think like, oh, I'm not gonna be biased towards this, but then you start doing blind. Like I always thought when Jonathan, our head of R&D, him,
Yeah.
he came in and wanted to start doing blind shit. I was like, fuck that, dude. Like, I don't need to do that. I'm not biased. I'm above this. I'm that good. I'm above, basic mental stuff. But it's not true. I started doing blind shit, and I was like, wow. I quickly found out how.
things that you probably normally wouldn't have liked, you were like,
Or
oh, wow.
or just like the opposite. Things I thought I did like, I actually didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and that's where it's like today, for example, we're open to doing the blind thing. Here's the thing. If it's the same strain, because if it's not, the first hit within 2 seconds, we're going to know what it is. We would have to fake it. to
No,
make
I don't
people
think
be
that
like,
you'd have to
you know what I
fake
mean?
it. If you know what it is when you smoke it, you still don't actually know what it is.
Yeah.
You
well,
think you might. You smoke something and you're like, damn, I think this is this. But when you that is exactly one of the things with the blind that I found out quickly, is that I would smoke something and be like, oh, I think it's this. And then I'd be like, oh, and then I'd get the results at the end and be like, what the fuck?
Well, like, for example, Olympics.
Yeah.
Like, genetically, not the brand, but genetically, like, we could tell, like,
of
just
course.
smelling it, we're like,
Strains-
this is this.
A lot of that
Yeah.
strains are so, yes, that you will be able to, for
Yeah.
sure.
And-
But you don't know the brand.
We didn't know it was
Yeah.
you, that's for
We
sure.
didn't know it was you.
Yeah,
We had no
exactly.
On that
idea.
Z.
We just knew it was Z. We were
And
like, yeah,
honestly,
Z.
we thought every time it would lose because we smoked everything on its own, right? And we smoked yours a little towards the end of the smoke, and we thought it was like a little harsher, and so it was a wild card.
Yeah.
Every time it would come up, we would predict on film what we thought would win, and we were wrong, like every fucking
There's
time.
that bias speaking
Yeah.
out.
You know what I mean? And,
yeah, we'd be like, oh, well, this one was
but
a
we don't
wild
follow
card.
the bias.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
You know what I'm
true.
saying? Like, we'll be like, yo, shit, we predicted wrong. But here's the thing. If it's the same strain, we'll do blind, but motherfuckers got to trust that we're actually doing it blind because you already know they're going to be out here like, nah, they rigged it behind the scenes.
Yeah,
this
well, I
and
mean,
that,
I
you
think
know?
I'd rather have that. I'd rather have people saying that you rigged, or for me, like, I'd rather have people say that I rigged a blind contest than I rigged a not
Yeah.
blind contest.
Yes. Yeah.
The
Because
idea
both of those things are riggable, but only
Exactly.
one of them is like, hey, well, we did it. Like, just what we did with the fucking the Billies. People said that was completely blind. Like, we all judged, all the judges they knew what the fuck they were doing, and then people still said, oh, it was rigged. Like,
yeah.
because an
You're always
archive
gonna have
strain
your-
won, and they were like, no, this wasn't,
Yeah.
You're always going to have your spectators that are out there.
For
fucking,
sure.
you
That
know,
is just that is what the
Yeah.
internet's built off of. You
straight
know?
up.
Yeah, and I'm down to start playing around with like the blind thing, especially like on the individual duels. The thing is we just like to let it be known at least which two are in it for the promotional value of like trying to make it like a fight league.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like the build
Yeah,
up
I think
and
it's
everything
cool.
else.
I think it's cool. I think what you guys are doing is cool. Like I told you guys before we got on, like at first I was like, damn, these guys are a little abrasive, but now that you guys have evolved, you've stepped up, you know, everything about this. So it's like it's becoming really the place to really go to know what shit is smoking and what isn't. I can't think of another. I can't think of anything really like this. So
I appreciate
you,
that,
bro.
bro.
That
Yeah.
means a lot.
We're
coming
definitely
from
a
you.
little abrasive though. That's you know, for
That's
those that
kinda who
don't
we
know, that's
are.
part of the fucking
Yeah.
you know, we're trying to we're talentless individuals trying to entertain people, right? So we got to stir the fucking pot.
Yeah.
I know you say that, but
Bring the fucking eyeballs to the page, and then
Yeah.
boom, here's some fire weed. You know what I mean?
Hey, real quick, shout out JN and Rafe Rolls. Did I miss any others? Shout out JN and Rafe Rolls for the super comments. Appreciate you. Rafe, I do still think you are our most frequent super commenter.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, dog. Let's talk
Thank
about
you.
the super comments real quick too. So we got Support and Ruben in the building. Sean and
Oh,
Ruben is here
shit.
today. So today we're splitting all the super comment funds between the two. So that means you got to double the super comment size, guys.
that's funny. I need what is a super comment?
So they so like the $4.99 is donated,
and
and then it gets
pops up higher
and it
or
gets
what?
pinned so
Got
like
it.
everybody can see it, and then we let that money go to the producers.
Oh, that's cool. So.
Yeah, so that way it's something for Sean and Ruben for being here and busting their ass and always creating content for us and stuff. Pain pulse, is that what you saw?
Yeah, dude.
I love that.
If you don't know, I don't even know what.
Yeah,
to tell
dude,
you.
like we
You're on
don't
the
know
wrong
what
page
yeah,
if
we
you
don't
don't
know
know,
what
big dog.
rock you crawled out from under or what, dude, if you have to ask that one.
It's cracking infantry wagon.
And
So
Malik said cap.
blind lemon up match. Yeah, that's something I could do blind. Like
Yeah.
this today, we have citrus versus
Yeah, this
chef.
one would be.
Yeah,
obvious.
there's nothing
Yeah,
blind
it's
about
like,
this.
You know, I also part of it, and I don't know, it's not done perfectly, and we're always looking for ways to make it better, but I also want to kind of like push a culture where it's acceptable to keep it completely 100% real about your homie's shit,
Yeah.
and give somebody that you don't like props for their weed if it's good. You know what I mean? On both sides of the spectrum, just like, here's politics, and then the weed is separate, and we just fucking off the hip with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw someone say something about the meme that I posted. That one where it was like, you know, nah, fuck this, throw it on the ground, smash it with your
Chef?
And like, I think it's just different in my position because people just come up to me like and want to show me their shit because they're fans. They've been fans of the brand. They fucking
Yeah.
look up to me.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So from that perspective, it's a lot harder to be. And
It's
I
not your
shouldn't-
job to shit on
It's not
weed.
my job to shit
Yeah.
on them. It
Yeah.
isn't.
No, yeah,
If-
that's what we're
of
here for.
course I'm. Yeah. Of course I'm gonna keep it real with my boys and like people that you know I'm on that level with. But like if somebody comes up to me and they're super excited to show their homegrown and I'm just like, this is fucking garbage, bro.
Yeah.
Who am I? That's not who I am, dude.
Yeah.
That's not what AlienLabs is.
Yeah.
We've never been about that type of shit, you know.
100%. Yeah, you got to leave that to the talentless individuals.
Oh no, I'm right there with you guys, bro.
Yeah.
I fucking wonder every day. I'm like,
I
what the
will
fuck
tell
am
you
I doing?
this though, for being on the other side. I mean, I can remember when I was doing distro for Connected and Alien Labs and had a meeting, and you were actually at the meeting and being there. And it is kind of a trip, you know, when you're on the consumer side of things and you're not in the industry, and you really love a certain brand. Back then, you guys were putting out the amazing silver fucking wedding cake batches that
yeah,
were just
yeah.
fucking off the charts. Like, I just think like when you see somebody like that and you meet him, like it is kind of like a fanboy moment where
Yeah,
you're like,
for
holy
sure.
shit, like this dude's responsible for a ton of the weed that I fucking idolize. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I get where people are coming from on that one and like being like, hey, I want to show you this, because at the end of the day, they look at you like you're one of the godfathers. You know what I'm saying? They're like fucking
Yeah, and it's like, what if I was just like, oh no, this shit sucks, bro. Fuck you.
yeah, and you're just constantly
Like-
demeaning people and yeah.
You know, in a year, people would be like, Ted sucks. Now it's like, you know, you'd have to really find a reason.
Yeah.
Oh, Drew is sharing with the $50 super comment. Appreciate you,
Look
big
at
dog.
Drew is sharing.
Bro, you just bought them
Yeah,
dinner
Big
tonight,
Drew.
dude.
What's up, Drew? I like that guy. Hey,
Fucking
Drew,
hell.
let me see another one with the, what'd you think of the cash? 'Cause
Yeah,
I'm
I was gonna say
curious
he had a
about that.
cash review. I don't know if it went down or not yet, but if it didn't,
I saw
go
it.
check
He
out.
posted it today, I think, but I didn't get to watch it yet.
Yeah, we were thinking about doing its own review because it was in the competition, but that's just on YouTube Live, so it's not an episode, and we still have some left. And honestly, it was you know, well, I'll let you guys.
Which
check
one
out the
was
Drew
it? What'd
review.
you smoke?
It was Grandma's Cookies.
That one I think's just like okay.
Yeah,
I
there's
think
something
it's
better?
like the Z face.
The Z Face, okay.
The Z face is actually like I would consider that good.
Really?
The Grandma's Cookies is smoking okay, like
Combusting well.
but it's just like
cool flavor.
cool strain. Like it's just whatever. I mean, it's
Yeah.
cookies, you know.
I just love the smell of it. I could sit there and smell it all day.
Yeah,
I miss
that old school. I know you guys are kind of. I think that I like new shit. And I like where we're at with the new terps. So like, if you're gonna charge that much for something, you should be constantly putting. Like, if your grow is good, you can't rely on just the same strain.
No,
all
you
the
might as well
time.
continue to
Yeah.
push the envelope and try to create new strains and breed and innovate and be
That's
that
right.
dude that's changing something in the game.
Yeah, so it's like cool, like I think, and that I think Cash is sick as fuck because he was really the person that started this whole expensive
Small
ounce
bad
shit.
shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that one I was just kind of whatever on, but the Z face is fire.
Yeah, for me it's tough. I'm so torn because I'm like, my knee jerk is like, yeah, you got to be innovating, you got to be this and that. Weed's not worth this much, all this, and then I think about it and I'm like, well, fuck, if they're doing it, they're fully doing it how we're saying it shouldn't be done, for a price and strains and everything, and it's just happening and they're doing it. It's like, if we disagree with that, we got to go personally tell those people that are buying it to stop buying it because it's not worth it.
I think the best thing.
I don't
Yeah,
disagree
man.
with it.
I think the best thing you said to me, because I'm an old school head, dude. So for me, the first time
We
he
disagree
ever
on
even
this,
said
guys,
something
by the
like that, dude, I'm like, who in the fuck is trying
He
to
was
charge?
pissed, bro.
I was
Nah,
like,
I get
I was
that
like,
from a
bro, if
consumer
I was on the
perspective.
streets back in the day and someone was like, here's a zip, it's gonna cost you this much, I was like, you might get slapped. I'm
You
like,
might get
that's
robbed,
crazy.
honestly.
Yeah, that's insane.
Oh,
On
for
the
sure.
spot, dude.
But
then-
it's
But then he said this: I'm a sneakerhead and a sneaker collector.
Yeah,
So he's like,
true.
well, you'll spend an exorbitant amount of money on a pair of shoes that dropped at retail but resold later because you didn't get them right.
Or
So
a
at the end of
dinner.
the day,
Yep.
it's art. So who are we to say that that you're supposed to bargain for art? Like if there's an actual price that someone's setting for it and you're willing to pay it, that's the price
Or
for
put
it.
the
yeah,
worth
no,
on
I
anything.
agree. I completely agree with that.
Yeah.
But where I just come in and have a different thought about it is like, it's just the flex culture,
Yeah.
Like that shit gets bought off people showing it more than it does actually what it is. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
And they'll
yeah.
say it's medicine, and there's no real medicine. Medicine doesn't cost that much, bro. Not something that grows. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
not something crazy.
But like also,
Unless it's being
it
brought
makes,
to you by Pfizer.
yeah, fuck.
yeah, that's what there's some. Yeah.
Yeah, if it's paid for by insurance companies, it could cost that much.
Yeah, for sure.
But the thing is, it's like it just makes it easier for other people to get their 400 for the zip. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
true.
So I'm like, why are people so
I think
mad
like
at it?
400 to
It's good for
600
us.
is pretty much. I think 600 probably should be where like a
Where it
really good
caps.
ounce
Yeah, some people
caps
think
out
it's
at.
300. Some people think it's 4. Some people think it's 7. Some people think it's 8. And everybody's got a slightly different answer. So that's where it leaves me like, all right, bro, it's worth what it'll sell for at the end of the
Yeah.
day.
That's what weed
economically.
is.
You know
That's
what I
what
mean?
every commodity really is.
Yeah.
Right. That's
Weed
the
is-
law.
The value is just what someone
What
will
someone's
pay
willing
for
to
it.
pay for it, exactly.
Over and over. you
Yeah,
know?
even just one time. I doubt very
True,
many.
yeah.
I mean, there's probably a few people that continue to buy it, but I doubt it. I know one really super rich guy that every time I go over, he has it, so he likes it.
Yeah, it's worth it to someone. The same weed could be worth it to someone who's got it like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The value of $1,800 to us and the value of $1,800 to like fucking,
Yeah.
Elon Musk is tremendously different.
We get people bitching about our tip prices. You know what I mean?
Oh,
When
yeah.
we-
I know, yeah.
When we
Oh, for
increased
sure,
the price
bro.
of the tips, it sold twice as fast with the new design.
That's
and shit.
interesting. Oh, it's just the new design. I'm
Yeah, new
sure.
design, but also it's like the value of it. I mean, they're reselling for hundreds of dollars. Like
They
these
are?
tips- yeah, like I've seen shit sell for $500 on resale.
because they sell out, so they
Yeah.
resell them. Yeah.
Oh, also for the super comments, Munir, appreciate you, Big Dog 420. For the super comments
Damn,
and Devin.
Devin and blood, sweat, and tears.
Damn. Okay. Well, before we get to the super comments, this is what you're entering in. So we got. Can we get the Doink cam real quick on the? Can we get a super zoom on these tips right here? So we got 2 extendos, 1 normal size tip, and then 1. Hold on. Let me get this out for you guys. 1 of the new faceted design. These are fucking raw. We're gonna need a good angle on the.
Should we talk about the price on these a little bit?
Yeah, they're gonna be $142.69. Because what else can
Or
we even charge?
$20.69.
them?
We
So
have
literally,
everything we
to
do
do
is
this to the
420 and
tip,
69
Hell,
price margin we
I
do.
love that.
it costs more wholesale to do this little addition to the tip than the tip costs itself. But it's fucking worth it, so we had to do it. So it's a faceted edge. Let me go
The
way
front,
up here.
oh, it's like a diamond, a jewel.
Yeah, it's like a
yeah,
diamond
so I
cut.
don't know if you
That's
guys can
sick
see
looking,
this,
for sure.
but this is gonna piss a lot of
Maybe
people
angle it
off
a
and
little
excite
bit more
people.
towards the camera, like yep, like that angle.
I'm trying to
There
get
you go.
the light angle. That's the thing, and it's not. Let me try this. Hold on. So do you guys see that octagonal like? Yeah, you see the bling. All right, so these are coming. We got an extendo drop of faceted, but the very first faceted tip right here is gonna also be given away today. So we're doing two things. The top 2 super comments are gonna be getting a tip of their choice here, and then 2 other randoms will be getting the other 2 tips.
Yep.
So that's coming soon.
Shout out RJ, Dill 2 times, all the boys. I saw you guys in here.
All right, but back to the super comments. We got Devin Owens. Let's read this. Let's throw it up on the screen. Shout out to the Proper Doings boys and Ted. Rolling up some black maple with my AlienLabs Santa Cruz right now. Fuck is taking this one. Right on, Devin.
Okay.
Appreciate you, dog.
Let me see Blood, Sweat, and
Yeah,
Tears.
this is sick.
Big Ted 530 legend. Thank you, Sean and Ruben, and everybody that's behind the scenes and everyone that's been here for every round. Drop a like on the video. Appreciate you,
Oh,
Blood,
thank you,
Sweat,
bro.
and
I'd be
Tears.
forgetting to ask for
Appreciate you,
likes.
bro.
Oh, dude, we crossed 200 for the first time today, guys. Let's go on the viewers.
Let's go, boys.
Thank you, Ted. Appreciate that.
Right?
All right.
Cheese that no one would want me to roll when I brought it around as an option, but then saw a reviewer posted as an 8.4 the other day. I got asked why you have that booth, and it was an 8.4. Okay.
So, also, just to finish out that bias conversation, Made, it was another brand that was on earlier. The batch
by
was grown
Jordan.
by Jordan. I didn't
Yep.
realize that until we got it. We got it a little late. Jasmine, my wife is a partner in the brand and sells for it. So if there's anything I would ever be biased for, it's that one. And we dogged that one
Yeah,
pretty
we
fucking
dogged
hard.
it.
Well, you're
right away,
still
first round.
you still have your, your clout to hold up. So
That's
you
what I'm
can't-
saying. I'll slit my wrist before we fucking lie about
Yeah,
some shit or
yeah.
like, you know what I mean? Like I'll shut the page down.
But
before
if
we
it was
lie
like
about it.
it was like a brand that you like. I know that Jasmine's a partner in it and shit. And shout out to Nate, but like it ain't. It's not. It hasn't made it there to where like
Yeah.
Yeah.
.
No, I mean, look, all we can do is continue trying to prove to you guys that under no circumstances ever will we be biased.
Oh, I believe it. I just
I
think
know,
that inherently, to defeat a bias mentally, I think it's just like psychology of humans. Like I don't think it's.
Yeah.
We are skeptical by nature.
Yeah,
is what
yeah,
it is.
for
We're
sure.
skeptical by nature, and it's like, I don't know if this is all on the up and up.
Yeah,
It's,
yeah,
It's
for-
just like
exactly,
it's like
yeah.
when Emerald Cup or any other
Yes.
hits you up and it's like, hey, you want to join? You're like, yeah, but who's doing the judging and who's doing this? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like it's that skepticism that we all have.
Oh, Lewis with the super comment. Shout out to Ted and the Proper Doings for bringing real knowledge to the people. Bro Chachi.
That's my boy from Arizona.
Bro, Chachi,
Hell
let's
yeah.
go.
Lunchbox.
Shout out Lewis. Rip tips not worth the money. No, I mean they're good
Yeah,
products.
they're good products, dude.
People are sketch, but they're good products.
They hit me up after we did.
Yeah, I bet they were
Yeah.
pissed. I heard from hella brands that they're just like bitching people out for collabing with us.
Yeah,
You guys are my friends, like from real life. It's different. I
yeah.
think.
Yeah, and I mean, would people even know about Rip Tips if we didn't fucking yap about it that long for that hard? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I don't know. They just started doing
great
events and
products,
shit,
though.
so they're not like they're.
I know
now
that-
they're trying to kind of.
yeah.
But they never were before.
I
No,
know
and I wonder
when I first found a rib tip, it was by accident. Nate, shout out All Tied Up, had one at a spot where we were all smoking. At the time I was on Funky Phil tips, and I was like, "What the fuck is this?"
He was trying to give me all his funky.
It was
tips. I
yeah,
like,
and
"Bro,
it-
give me
they
that
even
Rip
have
Tip,
these,
dog."
bro.
Yeah, it was accidental. Like from what I understand, he makes carb caps and things like that, Gordo.
Yeah,
And-
yeah,
and
I've had
from-
some Gordo
Yeah,
shit
and from
before.
what I understand, the tips were an actual accident. Like he had some extra cuttings, and
And
he
he
was
just
like,
cut
"Yeah,"
'em.
he's like, "I'll just do these as rolling tips." Nate had a couple of the first ones, and then I started bugging this fool in the DM, and he's just like, "I don't really have them on deck like that." I'm like, "As soon as you have colors, let me know." I'm like DMing him constantly, and then finally he's like, "All right, I'm gonna make some," and then started making some, and I
Wow,
started
that's
copying
crazy.
every single drop after that. Like I have every rip tip that's ever released.
Somebody said Ted looks huge to them. He
I do.
is.
I am a big boy.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm not necessarily big myself, so.
Yeah,
You're
You know
getting
what I
big
mean?
though.
It's
dude.
AT&T
You
raising
can
the bar,
tell.
dude.
It's AT&T raising the bar.
Dude, I'd give it all up to get taller, bro. Let me tell you.
I know. Right?
All right, but real quick, can we get a Doink Cam zoom real quick? Just gonna give you guys. We got like 10 of these auction tips. These are gonna be auctions going soon, but like,
Those are sick.
These
What,
are-
I saw. Didn't you have a Nintendo one or something?
yeah, there's Pokemon, there's
Oh,
Nintendo.
Bomb or something.
You're like me. 'Cause
Yeah,
second I
stay
saw that
tuned, my
day,
guys.
The
Stay
second I
tuned.
saw the fucking Mario,
Yeah, that
I
was
was
Mario,
like,
that's right.
bro, that's me in a nutshell right there. I need
On the
that.
extendo, let's go. So that's a size 10. We got a Dragon series coming, the Mario Kart series coming, the Pokemon series. You guys want to see more of these, or should we just get to business
Yeah,
here?
this thing's sick.
Right. I can.
This is that flex culture shit.
Right.
Yeah, straight
No
up,
lie.
dude. Yeah. Devin Owens, Ted,
This
the
would be
old
sick in a
family
video.
purple lemon fuel OG wedding cake from 2017 were fucking insane. To this day, the wedding cake was one of the best highs ever.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
that was
wedding
like
cake gets
silver.
you high, bro.
That shit was like, it looked silver, like the weed.
I need to heat
This
check
is
before I do
sick.
anything. Be very careful.
Oh no,
not
dude.
bad.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Should we just re-roll
Nope,
it?
it's not bad. I'm telling
we
you.
All right, we gotta hold it by the fucking paper this time.
I got you.
All right, all right.
Yeah, it's interesting because I look at it and like as a roller, I know I can do it, but I'm like thinking to myself as I'm looking at it, I'm
I
like,
don't know,
okay,
bro.
so we're talking about
I cannot. I
9
could never-
grams.
I could barely roll.
yeah, we're
those.
talking about 9-10 grams.
Are you sure you want to
Okay,
do this?
I got you.
All right, okay.
9 or 10 grams in this part of my hand, and then trying to fit the weed, and
Yeah,
then making
it's
it all
hard.
balanced and shit. You know what I'm saying? It's
That
like-
one you almost have to cone. Like that's. I'll roll them sometimes like that, where I just wrap the paper around the tip and stuff it.
Yeah.
Because I
So-
mean, I can't roll like you guys can. I need to. I was talking about this with Christian, but I need to fucking learn. Just like take a week to fucking do this shit and just roll and roll.
Just roll a few. I'm just getting it cylindrical. That way I can just.
Oh, gotcha.
Scalpel.
Yeah, it's a bitch, honestly, to learn. But it's like once you get the little trick,
I
you're
just
like,
need to
oh,
do
what
it.
the
It's
fuck?
pathetic. I can't do it.
It's easy as fuck once you figure out the little tricks, and then it's like, oh, that's all it was. You know what I mean? It's not as glorious as it looks. You guys seen all the fucking showing of glass lately, dude? Shout out Smoker's Delight for starting bringing back
You
that
guys
wave.
have been showing the glass. I saw that one you just rolled, bro, and it was like fucking
Yeah, dude.
that much paper on the glass, and then the rest just glass exposed.
Yeah, and that popped out. I had to fucking Dr. J it
Yeah.
back in. Hey, shout out Fire Farmer, dude.
Yeah, Fire
shout out
Farmer's
Fuck.
killing it.
Shout
We
out
just
Proper.
ran a bunch of his shit.
You guys did?
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Dope.
10 different things, but the best one to me was Propane Valley.
Yeah.
It was
Propane
smoking.
Valley?
Zangria is good too. I'm gonna drop that Zangria like in a few months.
I would say the cream smoothie and the Bisconte are like my favorite citrus terps because they have like depth to them.
Yeah, I agree.
You know what I mean? Most citrus is just wispy, mustardy, thin terps.
And that's
Yeah,
all
just
it is
lemon.
citrus. It's
yeah,
overwhelming.
it's mouth stained, but
Yeah.
no mouth coat at all.
Yeah.
Whereas
Yeah, the
this is
Visconti
like,
has this depth to it and this
Yeah.
complexity.
I still say it was the Bud Tender edition
Christmas
of
batch.
2021. I think it was
22, I think. right?
maybe 22.
It was 22. Yeah.
But that was, dude, that was maybe our highest rated strain ever.
Yeah.
If we look back
Yeah,
at
I
the
need to
reviews.
just start getting you guys some batches, bro. There's some shit
Yes.
coming out lately that's so fire. Like that, they've really even 88th, bro. 88th starting to fucking. You know what? A thing that was happening was that the benches at 88th were really high, so the tops of the plants were getting a lot of heat. Not
Okay.
necessarily enough to bleach, but they were just getting a lot of heat, not really liking it. And then we just lowered them all. So we're trying to make everything like the 1-to-1 with Merced.
Yeah,
And then
Jack
another
Tyson.
spot that's fire is fucking Arizona, bro. Arizona's
Arizona's crushing it
Yeah,
right
Arizona's
now.
got some shit going on, dude. But real quick, Jack Tyson has a good point here. 200 people watching, only 20 likes. Let's smash the like button. Hey, what does the like button do for us? Does that like get us like?
Does that help
more-
the
it's just
algorithm?
engagement. It's
Yeah,
just-
algorithm
It's
and
all
shit?
engagement.
We're new to YouTube, so we don't know all the
I don't
fucking
either.
heady
I
shit.
don't know much about it, but it's all maybe likes are weighted. Likes aren't weighted too heavy. Likes and comments aren't weighted too heavy in the Instagram algorithm.
How old are
It
these
could be different,
batches?
though, for YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So April 16th for the blueprint, and I don't know because there's no match date for the fuck, but it is oxidizing.
That
It is
shit's old.
He
Yeah.
had to buy it back from somebody that originally bought it, which is some fucking cojones on him. He's like, oh yeah, no worries. It
Yeah, he
doesn't
was
matter if it's
basically
old.
just
Here you
like,
go.
Yeah, no, my shit's gonna smoke regardless. Don't even worry about it.
I'll show you guys one more of these tips for the
Is
Pokemon
he an old head
fans.
or what?
I
he's
don't- He's a
35.
bruv. He's a
Oh,
bruv.
okay. He's a bruv.
Yeah.
Oh, he's a bruv.
He's a bruv.
Oh, yeah, fuck
full
yeah.
blown bruv.
100%.
Cool.
Shout
Those
out,
bruvs
shout out
know
to
what the fuck
UK.
they're talking about.
All right,
Yeah,
for,
they
hey,
got
for the
pallets,
Pokemon
dude.
fans
Yeah, they
here, hey Ruben, you want to help me out here?
Doink cam correction.
There we go.
Ooh.
That one's cool.
Yeah, that's coming. That's a little easier to roll with too. So the smaller ones are going to be raffles, and we're going to have auctions for the dragon tips and like more of the bigger ones. All right, that's the last one today. We're going to do a video soon. Just want to give you guys a little sneak peek here. So, actually, you know what? Good time for the sponsors. Oh, my
Yeah.
phone's on the table. So, Elements, best papers in the game. Grove bags. If you don't use Grove bags, fuck you. Just kidding, of course, but not really. And then Faven Lighting, dude. Shout out Faven. making growing Z possible
Yep.
in a commercial environment.
Yep. Shout out Bobby.
We
Bags.
still don't get yield. on
Really?
it. No.
Oh shit.
What is your guys' average yield on
Like
Z?
1.2 a pound, or like
On Z?
22 grams a square foot, which is like a little over a pound of light.
We got
Okay.
2.1 when we first switched.
We're
to
between like
Faceted.
1.8 and 2.1 with
Yeah.
it, and we used to be at
Nice.
1.2 beforehand, and we get no smalls,
Yeah.
which is fucking nice.
That's the doper
Except
part
for the
about it.
rollers. It's not
Yeah.
nice for the rollers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Less rolls. All right, let's get a little scroll here. Anything interesting? Stir the pot, guys. Let's get a Kush the knife for $5. Cushy's collectibles here for the gang. Appreciate
I
you,
love
dog.
Cushy's collectibles, bro.
Pistol P with the $100 donation, bro.
Yeah,
Let's
big
just
shit. That's big boy shit.
just have a moment of silence for Pistol P here.
Right.
man. Have a doink on me. Shout out from the desert, dude. $100 doink, dude. That's definitely small batch. Let's go. Fucking aim.
Yeah, that's some fire.
Yeah, he's
$100
getting
dollars.
which one you want, dude? The 12 or the 11? I'm pretty sure nobody's topping that. Let me know. Yeah,
Sean and Ruben are already making
they're
reservations.
cheesing back there.
They're
dude.
making
going
they're
to
making
fucking-
reservations for dinner as we speak,
Yeah,
guys.
dude.
they're going to fucking Localis.
Alan, the Christmas batch for the bud tenders was gas, and the Bisconte shirt goes so hard. Yeah, he's out of 1841 El Camino.
Oh yeah, I like that guy. He's
The
a good
fucking
dude.
bud tender there. All right, not all bud tenders know what smoke
I
is.
agree.
Dude. There's like one or two per store that understand the concept of smokability.
Right.
But
It's not
that's more
widespread
than there
yet.
was last year when there was
Yeah.
probably like half of a bud tender that knew what
Straight up.
smoking was.
Oh, he's at the plug in Napa now. We got wifey in the building over here too, just in case we need a smoothness test to break a tie
Adam,
here.
Torch me? No, mine that's in the bag.
You don't like that torch?
No. We just each have to have one
Oh.
so we can light them up.
Same time?
Yeah, same time.
Okay,
I
so
don't know you, man. Same time.
let's fucking here. I'm gonna put this down real quick. Got the faceted. For those that just joined, we're at 250 now. This is a well past a record for us. Appreciate you guys.
Yeah, thank
Everybody's
you, Ted.
asking about toad venom.
Oh,
What do you guys think of it?
We have it. We haven't smoked it yet. We've been so busy with this bracket, we haven't had a chance to sit down and do a review on it.
It's good.
Is it?
Yeah.
I mean, shit. He just posted it. Was smoking it like just 2 nights
It's
ago.
good.
It's
I
super
mean,
fire.
I think just like with everything, like how the smokability of it is batch to batch. But as far as the strain, I think it's good. It's different, which is a really strong to me reason why I like it. Like everyone's kind of like, well, we need Skittles, we need fucking whatever bullshit.
It does
blah,
smell
blah.
different, dude.
Yeah.
It does smell different. And
It,
it's
it did. Somebody I read. I think Drew. He said, it reminded him of wedding cake, and like it does to me in a way, but it just has like way more terps. Like it's wedding cake-ish
Yeah, it's
in a way. It's in that same
brighter.
like family.
yeah, it's like a brighter.
It's in that same
nose.
family as like some really good fucking.
like subtle, thick, substantial
Yeah.
terps, but it has a brightness to it. I feel like that wedding cake.
Oh, this is
doesn't
a
have.
good batch. This smells really good. This is a good batch.
So on the Toad Venom, real quick, actually, before we get to the Toad Venom, Ultra Blaze. Fuck going on, Terrence.
Fuck going on, Terrence.
Faceted.
Appreciate you, brother.
$50. Faceted tip looks fucking crazy. I love the Mario and the Pokemon ones. Can't wait to get one of these. Chef is smoking amazing. Would love to try the brand Fuck one day. Had to word that carefully. Also, Ted, you know someone named Giant?
Mike Giant? No, I don't know. Maybe. I'm bad with remembering names.
Same, dude.
Yeah.
I remember Instagram profiles.
I remember Instagram names.
Yeah, straight up. That's it.
That's like my whole life. I remember people's fucking gamer tags, but their real name, shit.
Meeting
You
people
should
in
swear.
person, and then you figure out the IG. You've been talking forever, and you just don't even.
Yeah, I know.
So the Toad Venom. Hey, Ruben, what day are we filming this coming week?
Damn. Put me on the spot.
Wednesday?
Yeah.
right,
It's gonna have
Wednesday-
to be Wednesday because I'm done for the rest of the week. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I'm done. I'm
Where are you
not
going?
around.
Quit.
No, I'm just not around.
Quit,
Got
guys.
shit going on, bro.
Ted's taking
Not
his
around.
spot.
He's got some girls going on.
I got no. No, it's actually the exact opposite. So I'm from a small ass town called Dixon, and it's like the oldest fair in California, and it's something that my parents took me and my friends to as kids. Now we both have daughters the same age, and we take our daughters together every year.
cool.
So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, we're at the fair all day with the
That's
kids.
cool as hell,
and,
man.
yeah,
I love that.
High school reunion, little mini shit, you know.
I love shit like that.
Yeah. So
I
no,
try to go back to Reading but my girl hates it there, so
But
she
see,
never wants
so
to go back.
you understand though, because you're from a small area
Yeah,
too,
yeah.
a small farm town, like farm area, yeah.
So real quick, Toad Venom Wednesday, right, Ruben? Wednesday. We're changing up the way we do Midsbusters. So we're gonna have a Midsbusters tier on YouTube, the same way we do on Patreon. If you're on Patreon, you're gonna have free access to the YouTube tier. But Wednesday, what we'll be doing is we're going to do every episode live for our subscribers, the tier subscribers. So that's coming Wednesday. We got Lucas in here. Never thought I'd see Adam repping Pokemon. Yeah, I'm not a Pokemon guy, guys.
Bullshit,
I'm
dude.
not,
He
but-
don't let him lie, dude. He's got a first edition Charizard, dude, at his
Hey,
house. Don't let him fucking
You
lie.
want to talk
you.
about Charizard? No, we got Charizard in here, dude.
You got the Charizard tip?
We do have a Charizard too. Actually, it's
cool.
one of the Chars. I don't know.
I want a
He
Gengar
said it's one of
tip.
the. He wants to act like
Can't
he
say.
doesn't know now.
I don't.
one of the colors
Chars.
we should do. I like to take inspiration from shit like that. Like, not necessarily just Pokemon, but whatever.
Doink Cam.
Gengar is a cool colorway we should do for a tip.
Yeah.
Like a black
Sick.
and purple or something.
Okay, I'm down. Yeah. So he looks like he had a stroke a little bit, but pretty solid. You know.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's fucking
That's not
solid.
easy, bro.
Yeah, no, not at all, dude. This is fucking.
Hey, can I get a weight?
So we'll probably
on
do
the
some
nightstand?
Pokemon raffles. You know?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
All right, cool. Let's get into it, dude.
He
Let's get
said,
going.
Ted, please drop the honey bananas when you get it to smoke. That
Yeah,
needs
honey
to come
bananas,
out.
bro. It'll come.
Smells
It'll
so
come out
good.
essentially. It'll come out sometime.
Dope.
Where we at?
It just the first batches were good. The second batches were only okay. It's going through another round, but also, you know, we face this dilemma with honey bananas that it's so larfy that it doesn't even fit in the 8th jars.
Yeah, and I feel like it has
Oh,
a
shit's like
texture that like is hard to get fine enough to burn clean.
Yeah,
even
that's
when it's like, you know.
for sure. That is really the texture that you want. Is that like more tree-ish? Like if you think about Skittles and RS11, they have basically the same structure. It's not Brax, it's leaf, but it's not leaf. I don't know how to really explain it.
It's like
but
powdery versus sticky almost on RS, I feel like, and like Skittles. It's not like that.
RS is very powdery. It's super dry. Like just in
Yeah,
general,
Just
it's
combusts
dry. You
well.
don't get,
It's not like flame retardant. I
Yeah,
feel like some
yeah.
weed is like flame
Definitely.
retardant.
You're
Yeah.
talking about, though, the structure of the actual weed itself in the sense that it seems to be like almost overridden with leaves, right? When you're
Yeah,
talking
like
about
it's
Z.
not like, you know, some strains like gelatos and shit and cookies really. The way I would think of it just from a growing perspective is like there's strains that fucking get hella big and then on the plant and then swell down and they go completely like, you know, a quarter of the size that they were. And then there's strains like cookies that grow bracty straight off the fucking vine and then they're pretty much the same size when they get done drying. And those strains that like get really big during growth and then they shrink down.
It's like it sucks
It's
the
more of
leaves
a
back in as it shrinks
leaf
back down.
tissue,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
It has more of that Christmas tree kind of classical cannabis shape, and then you have some shit like that's just super bracty and calyxy where it's like, you know those bracty ones, they're never gonna smoke.
Skittles.
Well, it was the grinder episode that made this clear to us. When shit gets really fine, it has a way better chance of burning clean,
Yeah, for
tasting
sure.
better,
It
being
burns all the way
smoother.
through.
Yeah.
Yeah, whereas like there's some weed that you could sit there and literally shake it for fucking 10 minutes and it still won't get fine.
Sand
somehow.
versus plywood.
Dude, Jonathan clocked that day one when he smoked with you.
Yeah.
He's like, it's that fucking Santa Cruz shredder, bro. They twist it like 70 times to get the
Yep.
finest
But also,
they need.
there's some shit we can twist it 100 times
And it's still
and
plywood.
it still won't burn. Like you can't
It's like-
save a burn with the grind.
It wants to
Yeah,
break
no,
in
you can
definitely.
ruin a
chunks.
burn with the grind.
Yeah,
You know
for
what I
sure.
mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That comes down to the tissue thickness. That's the
Yeah.
bract thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Some things you just cannot get thin enough
Yeah.
or, whatever. I don't even know if that's the right word, but fine
fine
enough
enough,
to
Just resists the
burn
shred.
well.
Yeah.
And that is the tissue structure on the actual nug itself.
Which doesn't
you
mean
know?
it's bad weed. It
Nope.
just might not be the best for smoking out of a doink.
That's right.
Maybe you flower vape it, or maybe it would
you're
make the
taking
best
bong
hash
rips or
ever.
bubbler rips or
but it just
whatever.
might not be the best for a doink in particular. And that's what the hunt we're on is what is smoking best in the doink. It's not necessarily that it's bad. You know what I'm saying? It could be very healthy, amazingly grown weed. So, anyways, is there anything else before we get into it?
3, 2, 1.
Yeah, we're recording, right?
Yes.
All right,
Yep.
cool, cool. We'll get the ceremonial, and then we'll do the intro. We'll get this shit going. All right, hold on. Let him get going. We got to do a quick intro, guys, then we'll get to it.
Do you want to put your hand down while you do your intro, or do you want to burn first and then intro?
We'll burn first, then
Okay.
intro.
Ready for the bird?
Yeah, doink. Yeah, you can save your gas.
I thought you were ready.
Oh no, we gotta listen to the man here.
All right.
Is that another one?
No.
3, 2, 1.
All right. We're good? All right, guys, welcome to the finals. Finally here, week-long break for the pallets, but we're back. We
Let's
got
go.
Chef with Blueprint and Fuck brought out their cream smoothie. We also have a guest judge today, Ted. Reason we brought him
What's
on.
up?
Appreciate you for
Very,
being here.
very knowledgeable. Always with a different opinion sometimes than us, and not afraid to fucking talk about it. So we don't want to bring on someone that's just agreeable, going to go along with what we're saying. If we're bullshitting, he'll call us out. So we figured this is a perfect place to do it.
Facts.
But yeah, I mean, fuck, dude. We've been talking for a little while. Let's just get right into it.
Yep, let's do it.
Predictions. Do we have predictions?
We've been talking about our prediction for like the last 3 days.
Yeah. I forget what's
Yeah,
all
I mean,
this.
I
So-
predict that just from the, I think that Blueprint is probably, I've never smoked the fuck though, so.
So Adam and I have
That's
been
cool.
screaming all week that fuck is a problem, and that I would not be surprised in one little bit if it wins.
Wow.
Here's
I
the
wouldn't.
thing. I think by the rules of this competition, which one would I rather have in my head stash? I'm
Chef,
not a
100%.
huge citrus guy, so my personal bias, I would rather have Chef because I like
Yeah.
those terps more. But when looking at the categories, which now we're in the finals, we'll break that down real quick. Flavor accuracy, meaning does it taste like what it smells like? Citrus is nasty with that.
Yeah, citrus is easy.
Flavor purity, is there any background noise, smoke, tar, ash, spray, whatever? Citrus is very overwhelming and pure, usually when done right. And flavor strength, citrus is strong as fuck. So it's like with those categories, and smoothness, both are very smooth. It's hard because sometimes you don't even realize how smooth something is until you put it next to something else.
Yeah, right.
But like with the flavor categories, it's hard to think that a citrus strain that's done right to smoke is going to lose. So it's really going to come down to mouth coat versus mouth stain. Obviously, citrus is mouth staining.
Smoothness too, because we haven't smoked these side by side. So
Yeah,
smoothness
true.
will become a factor.
So even though I'm not personally a big fan of citrus, this is a tough one. I think this is going to be a long episode.
I'm not a big
Megan
fan
Rose
of citrus
trolling.
either.
Yeah, no. We got a super comment though. Connor Bullion, may the best smoke win. Exactly. Appreciate you, dog. Yeah, I don't know. It just gets me paranoid. So I think over time my brain stopped liking it because of the high it gave me. But I'm gonna have a freak out for you guys here. We're smoking this thing down to the bone.
Oh yeah, citrus gives you that paranoia kind of.
At least me. Some people love it.
No, for sure, it does me too.
I don't love it. It's not my first go-to. I'm definitely like not the biggest. Now in rosin form, I love citrus.
Yeah,
like in
citrus is
rosin
good in
form,
rosin.
I love citrus. But like flower-wise, I'm not usually a huge fan. But it also doesn't get me too paranoid. Not like it does you.
Yeah, which is why we don't really talk about high. We'll mention, yeah, we're getting high, this and that. But just, I know some people are wondering, why don't you consider high in the competition? Number one, we're smoking them side by side, so how can we say what's getting us higher?
Yeah,
Because
right.
we're smoking it at the same
tough.
time. So right away, we can't do it. But even if we could decipher somehow, what gets me hella high might not get you hella high. And the highs that you like, I might not like. It's
Right.
very subjective person to person. So our personal opinion is kind of irrelevant. We're just looking at the interaction with the palate. Every competition focuses on high. We're one of the ones that don't. We mention if we're not getting high or if we're getting high. It's just we're not gonna base the outcome of the competition on that when we can't really separate it like super specifically.
Yeah, and what has there been? Maybe 2 times that we're like, I'm not that high. Every other time we're baked, dude. Let's be honest. We leave this thing and we're baked.
I think if something gets one, I think there's some strains that's like this gets everyone high,
Yeah.
pretty high, and then
OG.
Yeah, wedding cake's another one that
Yeah.
just gets
Glue.
people super high. Glue.
Yeah, shit like that.
But I think do you like the way that it gets you high is like something that's super unspoken.
yeah. So let's just go side by side the whole time. We don't even have to trade first
All right, let's do it.
because that first hit was nice.
So is this fucking smoking, dude?
So we'll hit them each twice. Pass it along.
Okay.
We're going first round, second round, third round. Out the
Okay.
gates, who's winning? Second round, who's winning? Third round, the last third of the doink, who's finishing the strongest, and best 2 out of 3 on the rounds takes it. So we're gonna get really focused, and let us know if super comments pop up, but we're gonna get real focused on the specific attributes here. Yeah, a lot of flavor. Didn't really get much minerality from it at all either in the first hit.
Minerality, that's a word you made up.
Yeah, no, it's a word. So I'll watch a lot of sommeliers and shit.
Oh, okay,
and
okay, yeah.
That's a common one for them, like crushed minerality, like all sorts of shit. And we just notice it like, look, it's like a film.
This
It
is a
tastes
problem,
chalky.
dude.
All right.
This is a fucking serious problem.
Have you ever got that where it's like I don't know what it is. Maybe it's not mineral, but it's well, usually when it's burning extra white, and it has this chalky film on your mouth, and almost like a chalky taste to it.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
it's like a texture that you don't want. Maybe.
Yeah.
I wish we could pinpoint exactly
I'm
what
gonna
it
go
was.
with this one first.
Yep.
You guys,
Well,
one
that's
thing
the
that
mouth
we do that I
stain.
like Jonathan is that he always provides, and he forces us to drink it because I won't, plain sparkling water.
Sparkling.
So
huh?
every time between hits, when we do our blind testing trials, he asks that you take a drink of the sparkling water.
Your palate
If you don't-
That's
cleansing every
game.
time.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah,
Did you
because
already drink water?
the sparklingness too, it'll clear out, some
The
of the shit.
carbonation will help the
Interesting.
yeah.
Damn,
All right,
I don't
that's
know
game.
what to do
That's free
first.
game
All
for
right.
us. Well, that one's really mouth staining, so it could overpower the chef.
I'll do the opposite on the next one.
Yeah, yeah, we'll switch it back and forth, especially for smoothness, because it's
It
like
does taste good. It's not overwhelmingly citrus though.
Yeah,
No,
that's what I like
we
about
like
it.
about it.
Yeah.
It's got a
You know?
cream to it as well.
it's like most citrus rings through strong, where this kind of gets carried by the creaminess.
Chef is fucking good, man.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, no, it's a fucking problem. Coach Canna, Tony, Giggity, what's cracking, bro?
Wait, do I only do
Giggity?
one each time
And then switch the order,
and then switch the order?
yeah,
Got
yeah.
it.
So we got a $10 donation from Tony. Appreciate you, dog. Welcome, Top Shagger Ted. # Judge, Jury, Executioner.
Let's go.
Damn.
What,
yeah.
So what's your thoughts on specifically flavor purity? On both
Which
of
one
them?
do you think
there
is giving
background
off a
noise?
pure-
I think
flavor?
this has a more pure flavor. Chef.
Okay. What is clouding that one that you?
It just
noticed?
has like some weed taste in there,
Okay.
which isn't a bad thing, I don't think. But it's just like
Like
I would-
not what it smells like.
No, I would say you guys would probably call it like smoke
Plantiness?
or tar,
Okay.
maybe like just
Okay.
more burnt.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. More burnt. Okay.
Yeah.
That makes
I've
sense.
also noticed that come from oxidized weed a little bit.
Oh, it definitely could be from that.
Now,
Freshness is such a big freshness in the quality order for me. Freshness is up there.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, not can't be too fresh, but like it shouldn't be.
Let's get a
Not to say that the 60-day plus shit is bad or old, but it changes it, and
It's
it
going
has
to change
to.
your
It's just
terp. It's going to change your
oxidization.
terp profile. It's going to change a lot of different things. on it.
Yeah.
So after I hit these, very similar in ash structure. We'll talk about which one we're leaning on the first round so far.
So what were you? So that was that. What are you thinking on? So you said purity. What are you thinking on accuracy? Which one do you think is tasting more like what it smelled like?
The chef.
The chef. Okay, so the chef's got it
Because
on
the
accuracy.
cream smoothie has like a lot of lemon on the smell, but it's not as lemony on the inhale.
Right. Right.
I got a
Which
good
isn't
amount.
a negative thing, I don't think either. It's
I
just,
got a good amount of lemon. It's just the cream is very coating. I see what you mean though on the little like it almost comes with a burn. That little
yeah, it's like a little. I don't know.
Let me see.
And then
That's
what
pretty common for weed, I think. It's just like those really great, insane batches don't have that.
those unicorn batches.
Yeah, the ones that
chef's a problem.
Chef's
the
really smoking really
so
well.
my predictions was that the flavor is so strong on this that the chef just kind of gets drowned out.
We both predicted fuck would win.
Yeah, our predictions are fucked. But then I hit this next to this, and it's pretty fucking strong flavor, dude. It's pretty ridiculous.
You know what's funny too is when we first started, we were talking about smoothness, and I was like, it's going to come down to that as well. Would be the smoothness is that once we smoke them side by side, like you
Yeah.
smoke them, like you said, memory. It's like, oh well, I remember this being really smooth, or I remember this one being really smooth.
Smoothness, did you notice one or the other?
Yeah.
For me,
I
it's
needed more
very
hits.
Close.
Okay.
Yeah. So, for
they
me,
were
I'm
both
getting
they were both very smooth though. I don't have any feeling in my throat at all.
I'm getting very similar accuracy because I get slight lemon with cream background on this, and that's what I smelled. Maybe I smelled a little bit more lemon than I'm tasting, but I still get really accurate
Yeah, I'm
flavor. The
seeing that.
purity.
Take
There
that
is a
one, 'cause
little
that one still
something-
has weed in it.
Actually, I'm gonna hit this first.
Oh, dude, it's so crazy how like this smells like fucking doesn't smell the same anymore. But I think once you start smoking, you know what I mean? Does
Yeah.
that-
Smell it, smoke it, smell it, smoke it.
the chef family, dude. When you smell it, I feel like everything you fucking smell afterwards has a little bit of that in it.
Yeah, it's a little bit of that sherbiness in it.
Yeah,
right?
that like fucking.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. I did not think this was gonna be the case, but somehow the chef flavor is stronger to me.
Let's see.
Hold on, bro.
You said
Give me a
2
couple more
hits each
seconds
and
with
pass.
But I didn't hit
the
the chef again
Oh,
yet.
you haven't hit the chef again. All right. Z 1 year.
So yeah, somebody was saying Z gets older quicker than others. Yeah, some shit's more volatile to fucking the environment and everything else. I do think Z gets a little older, quicker, loses its terps.
Yes,
a
it
little faster.
definitely does. Yeah. Well, that's why it smells so good, is that it's so volatile. You know, a lot of those strains that are super volatile or that smell really good to have terps that are just popping off of it, and eventually you run out.
Yeah.
Damn, I'm even starting to think that the chef's a little smoother.
Told you before we started filming, I'm like, it's gonna come down to that too. Watch. Like I said, our memory bank is like, okay, the chef was smooth as fuck, the fuck was smooth as fuck. But it's always funny how like our memory bank isn't correct, because then when you put them together, you're like, no, one's definitely
Yeah.
smoother.
There's a
than the
little
other.
more touch
You know
on
what
the
I'm saying?
tonsil from the, and it could be the oxidization from the fuck.
Are we talking
Wish
heat?
this
Are we
was fresh.
talking pins and needles? Or are we
Just a
talking,
little.
what are you
like,
talking?
Just a little. I don't know if it's a burn or an irritation or what. There's just something directly on my tonsil that's just like lightweight stinging. Keep in mind, we're splitting hairs when we're talking about stinging on the tonsils. This next to something that was actually harsh would feel like oxygen.
Yeah, for sure. 100%.
But, like,
this
we're
is
splitting
like
hairs
the top of the
in the finals.
0.00001%.
Yeah.
Shit,
and I
you know.
think I would give a right now in this first round for me personally, I'd be leaning towards the chef. But the thing that's scary about the fuck is on the last hits in everything we've done, in the
It's
last
still
hits,
smoking.
the flavor's still there. So that's where I'm like, is it a Nate Diaz
Chef
strain?
isn't like that?
It is. It just the background noise. It doesn't drown out the background noise as hard as a lemon, or I mean a citrus would. Whereas I feel like the citrus rings through so loud.
Yeah, that's probably like
So I feel like the citrus in this one, it's like an after effect. It's like when you it's an exhale. It's like when you're on your inhale, it's all cream. Like your inhale's all cream, you exhale, you get a little
It
bit, and
lingers.
then as you do that, you start
Right
to
now,
smack your
I
tongue.
can only taste the citrus.
You
in
start
my
to get
mouth.
citrus, yeah, because that's what I just had when I just hit that right now. It's like my exhale was cream, but then like 3 seconds later, I'm like, and it's all fucking citrus in my mouth.
Yeah, I
Pause.
think first round I'm leaning towards chef. What are you thinking, Ted?
I'm gonna go with chef on the first. I definitely need to smoke more of them though. I feel like I didn't get
Yeah.
a good.
Spend some time with her next.
Good rip
spend
of
some
the
time.
fucking-
It is
And then
it
make
is
your
gonna
decision.
it
Of the
is gonna
fuck.
be chef for the first round. It's coming off so pure and strong right now that it's hard to deny.
Yeah.
Pistol P.
Pistol Pete.
Oh,
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
no, that was just that was earlier. Yeah, we're keeping the top comment pinned. Also, hey, if you see Pistol Pete, tell us what size he wants out of these 11 and 12. Dude, I doubt anybody's beating the hundo.
Hey, shout out Jake Rolls. Jake Rolls for president. He said pretty sure you need to give Jake the credit on that one. He pretty sure he said it first that Chef would win.
Yeah, well, I mean, he grew it, right?
Yeah, of course.
Like, you know, we got to take that into effect.
No, I think he was talking about Jeffrey Dahmer.
Jeffrey Dahmer.
Oh, Jeffrey Dahmer.
Let's see. Somebody said you're dehydrated. The chalky taste probably comes from weed grown in soil. There's probably some kind of talc. It usually comes from like cocoa and rock wool more so, the one we're talking about, but with the minerals causing a chalky taste. Hey, who knows? We're just out here throwing theories around. We don't know for
Bro
sure
science,
what it is,
dude.
but that's the only thing our brain can think about when testing it. So real quick, what are you thinking as it's blowing out of your lungs?
I think that it's pretty good. I don't like it as much as Chef though.
Yeah, like subjectively or objectively with just
Oh.
like flavor performance? Because I like Chef the terps more
The
myself.
performance.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Right? Like this tastes crazy. Like it doesn't you wouldn't
More accurate, more
even
pure
say
and
that
strong.
this is like something burning. It'd be hard. You could take the those little vapes that make
Yeah.
like it's like fucking I don't even know what it is, but it's made for people that don't want to vape stuff
Yeah.
anymore and there's like no combustion. It just like lets out some smoke. That's what this tastes like.
Exactly.
This tastes like it's burning.
So
And that's not a negative thing. Like it tastes great,
Right.
but it's still like when you compare these head to head, this isn't like smoking a joint of, you know what I mean? This
Yeah.
is like, damn, this is crazy. Like how's that coming out of nothing, you know?
fire.
Yeah.
He's talking about
This
what
like
we
has
talk
some
about all the time.
weedish.
So that's
He's
what we
talking
mean by
he's talking about
purity.
the
Yeah.
combustion is so great that it's fucking it's
It's like a campfire. When you have a good campfire, it's raging and it's not producing really much smoke, just heat's lifting off of it. Whereas a shit campfire or a bad burning cherry produces hella smoke and way less heat. So that heat coming off the cherry helps like vaporize all the terps and the doinks more or like further along. So by the time the cherry catches up to the plant material, I mean theoretically we think it's just void of oil that would be burning and giving off like a burnt
Yeah,
oil
like
taste.
Rich said, oxygen type flavor versus smoky flavor.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's exactly
I
right.
wouldn't
Exactly.
necessarily, unless I'm remembering wrong, I wouldn't say, I got to hit it again and think about it off the dome, but I wouldn't say it's necessarily too smoky off of that. I think
It's not too smoky,
the
but
flavor's just so, it just carries all the weight because it's such a strong, like
it
I don't
also
know.
is a little stingy, I feel like. getting
Yeah,
down
it
to the end
stings
of
the
this.
tonsils a little
It's
bit.
a little stingy. This is not.
Where are you feeling the sting?
Like right there in the back
Where your
of
tongue
the,
touches your
at the
tonsils?
top, yeah, like
Yep.
at the top of the back of the throat.
Yeah, yeah. Some shit, like there's all sorts some irritates your lungs. I'm getting no lung irritation. Some shit burns your like nasal tract. I'm not getting that at all.
Here. Oh yeah,
So we're probably getting into the second, or we're into the second round.
We're
now,
into
I
the
would say.
second round for sure. And I would say Chef took first round.
Unanimous.
yeah. I would say Chef took first round too.
I'm about to go through the
Careful with those,
categories.
dude.
Yeah, let's go ahead and doink.
Careful
can
with
before I drop
those,
them all.
dude.
That's funny shit. Jack Tyson, that was funny.
So very similar combustion. I would say if I had to choose, maybe at least on that side, slight edge, but you know.
I was
for
gonna
whatever
say
it's
the
worth.
same thing. The fuck has it.
Look at the ring
Visually,
difference.
it's a little better.
Look at the ring difference, though. Let's see. The fuck is leaking way harder for whatever reason.
Yeah, because look at in the paper, it has a ton of more oil inside of the joint too. You
Yeah.
can see how that's kind of.
Oh, there I go.
Ash Jenga. Another L.
Yeah, that's a trip, dude. Yeah, no, I take the L's.
But that's why I think I saw somebody saying that packing's not the proper way. But I think packing is a way to get better consistency in your joints.
So it depends. You just have to be an artist with the pack. Because if it's packed slightly, a little bit tighter on one side than the other, like you have to have the
Yeah, it should
packer
burn
has
like
to have
this.
the same circumference as the doink. Because if it's skinnier, then it's like tighter in some areas than others, then it'll burn faster in the looser areas.
Yeah,
cause
when it's
runs.
skinnier. Yeah, that's right. That's
it's just
true,
got to be
that's
the
true.
right pack. And it, the idea is the perfect roll, and you just tighten it up with a little pack.
Yeah.
And then it's just like, that's why his shit always smokes better than mine. I have to fix it with the pack more at the end than he does. And it always translates to his shit just, like when the ash is burning like pretty fucking straight like that, that means, when it leans, that means it was burning faster on one side than the other. When it's straight, it's like that usually correlates to a better smoking experience too.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to hit these and really think about the actual categories real quick. Just run through them.
Yeah, the most consistency I've ever seen with that is fucking Jake. I had Jake do.
Jake's a fucking
Jake
wizard.
did some rolls for the golf tournament last year, and fucking.
Wow.
I swear, I probably smoked 12 of them, but not only that, like I'm watching people as they're smoking them, and the consistency of the burn of every single doink was just immaculate.
I
was
think
bro, just-
purity is as good as it was in the beginning. Accuracy is as good as it was in the beginning on the chef right now. Strength is as good as it was in the beginning. There's no degradation on that, and it's still smooth.
and it ashed.
Yeah, and it ashed, which usually, actually some shit will get better after the ash.
But it'll make it start to burn a little hotter because there's no sleeve over that cherry, fucking keeping it cool.
I'm gonna hit them both twice in a row this time, and take water in between.
Whoa, what's going
This
on
is
here,
JP's
Sean?
water sponsor. What's happened?
Yeah, he's saying some weird shit.
Read that, Adam.
Yeah, people are fucking.
Gotta go tip to tip to increase the hand to jerk ratio. HTJ. I was walking through a landfill reading that. All right, here we go.
Oh. Shout out to our
Fuck, dude, I
followers.
ashed them both, bro. I
Yeah.
thought we had a special guest on. He's gonna ash it for sure today.
Nice, I love that. I thought so too. I was thinking that same shit. I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna fuck the joint up. They're gonna make a meme about me.
They're gonna make a meme about
But damn,
Undeniably
it was you,
smoother.
dude. That's blind.
Undeniably smoother.
After
the
ash.
chef.
Oh yeah.
The chef, sorry, is undeniably smoother at this
I
point.
agree.
Um,
it was
I
even
will-
back here.
I will say, like, I don't get too much like
Let me see.
burning flavor. I get a lot of that like creamy citrus. I'm enjoying the flavor on it for sure.
Oh.
All right, now we got to
no.
take both tips out.
No,
Can you Dr. J it? That's the second time.
Wasn't that the one
So
though
let's
too?
just-
that wasn't. That was.
That
not
was
the. One.
this was chef.
Yeah.
No, that was the one though that in the beginning
No,
was.
that was the fuck.
Oh, got it.
Yeah, that was the fuck. Can I Dr. J at work to find out right now?
Hold on, I might have fucked this doink up too. We might have to roll two more. Cause look, this popped out the top. Cause the tip slid in.
Oh,
What
my
did?
God.
Oh, I see. I see.
Let's get a doink cam. We're gonna have to have a
enough
technical
re-roll
foul.
Each?
Maybe a little baby one.
Bring it down.
Yeah, we're gonna have to technical
So
foul.
this is a
and
technical
roll another
foul.
one.
So into the second round, it was getting very clear, for the record, what was going down.
Record, Chef had
But
it for sure.
I think we cannot rely on that because fuck is a longevity ass strain. The flavor went crazy.
Till the end.
Yeah, like it
Yeah,
went
to
to
the
the
end.
glass, that flavor.
Well, shit,
I'll
Chef.
grab a couple 11s.
Were we
and
on
we're
3?
We were
creeping
finishing
in around
out
3.
in second.
Yeah, creeping in there.
So we'll roll like 11s this time. You got some 11s?
I got
Some
11s.
little
Let
shorties.
me see.
Yeah, that's not proper, my guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not at all.
That's
Not at
hey.
all.
Can I just bring up? This is the second time, Paul. So all
Yeah.
my ashings no longer matter, bro, because you dropped the joint out of the tip twice, dude.
Dude, it's crazy.
We're gonna have to start gluing that down.
Championship,
During the
Finals,
finals,
dude.
During the finals.
Like a movie.
It's like that Super Bowl when the fucking power turned off, that Niners Super Bowl, and the power just
Oh
turned
yeah,
off in the
that
middle
was
of
so
it.
weird. The Ravens,
And it
right?
just fucking
Was it
just
Niners,
turned off, and
Ravens?
then all of a sudden
Yeah.
Ravens just came back and
This was
smoked.
our Super Bowl Ravens 9.
Yeah,
the
for
power
sure.
off.
The referee had to step in.
Tip is proper though. Rolling another joint's proper.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it is
yeah.
very proper to just
It
roll
is.
another one and not
Yeah.
take the easy way out and just call it for Chef. All right,
No,
we gotta,
for sure.
We got to give
I
that
gotta
third
go
round.
through all these tips real
agree.
quick and see my 11s.
Yeah, just start passing them over, dude. I'll fucking
12's the one that you got. Does 12 sell the fastest?
12s and 11s.
12s and 11s.
Because
yeah,
11s
both.
are good personals. 12s, I think, display the flavor at the absolute peak potential and for longer, just because it's bigger. But it also, that much material tends to not get as hot. Whereas the less weed you have, the easier it is to overheat the cherry. But at some point, it's like a law of diminishing return. Like at some point, it's too much material and it can't get to the proper temperature.
Yeah.
So because we roll 7 grams, 5 grams, and rolling all those size doinks, we just found that a fucking eighth, it was just meant to be. They just picked an eighth for a reason, dude, because it was just meant to be.
For
in a
sure, I
blunt,
think
you know?
that's the best way to smoke.
Like, what are you
when-
gonna do,
To
save the
experience
0.5?
something, you know.
Yeah, just to show off the flavor attributes in particular of something.
Yeah.
It's not the most economical.
You're gonna put them side by side.
All Samar, Ted, what you smoking on? Enjoying lately? I smoke more hash than flower.
Same. honestly.
I got a nice big jar of Skittles full melt from Calia a couple
These are
days ago. That's super
Those are
fire.
perfect.
Yep.
And then I got some Zicky guy from Trichedelics in the firm. They're the Toad Venom people. I got those super fire too. So those are my 2 faves at the moment.
What about Chef?
Have you guys tried Life Sauce on here?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, they
What-
got
Shout
some
out
fire.
Life
We
Sauce.
might
They
actually
have
start
fire,
working
yeah.
with them
They have
soon.
fire.
Yeah, he's got
On
some
Proper
gang.
Reserve. Yeah, shout out Life Sauce, dude. Very understanding owner specifically about like smoking, like everybody's like, you got to take every batch no matter what, you know what I mean? And they put that pressure. He's like, yo, dude, I get it. Smoke everything.
Damn,
You know
shout
what
out
I'm
to
saying?
him, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is cool. Yeah, it's tough. That's we're yeah, bro. That's the big thing with small batch. Like if you want a really big small batch,
Yeah.
you have to have money because you're just gonna lose money
Yeah, dude. Like,
on the rec market anyway.
dude, even if you're just like, making moves, it's like you still have to leave so much money on the table all the time because never is it always fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never.
So you just have to make the decision that fucking you're gonna put out. This is because what you guys are saying is that it's never always fire, but the difference between fire to you and fire to someone else is what the difference is between the batch you did like and the batch that you didn't.
Yeah,
Right.
100%. That's what makes this hard. And people are like, well, how do you know if we're going to buy the right one? I'm like, dude, we don't have all the answers yet. We're just getting on here and smoking shit, telling you it's
Yeah.
fire. Because some shit, what the difference is, certain camps tend to be in the higher 8s more often. Some camps will be in the lower 8s and then hit a 9 here and there.
Yeah.
Like, it's the tendencies that you catch on to after a while of doing or smoking certain brands that.
But bro, if there's
know,
a
it's like
brand that
gambling.
hits 8s average all the time, that's
amazing.
fire.
No, that's fire as fuck.
But it's just not like this connoisseur 0.0001% shit that like, damn, this is like some shit I'd want to smoke in my fucking casket.
Unicorn
Yeah.
batches.
The last day of
Exactly,
Unicorn
exactly.
batches.
But also, what are you charging too? Because if it is some
I agree. Yeah,
comma in your zip price, like
you're right.
It,
It
better
should be that
batch,
fire
dude.
every time.
Yeah, make you a mid 8s batch that you sell for 400, right?
Yeah.
And then just secretly own the fucking small batch for
That's
the
right,
unicorns. You know. All right, we're grinding up fuck first. We'll put that in the Christmas.
Yeah, we'll put fuck in the Christmas and we'll do the green one for
We have
Blueprint.
more fuck. I think we have more fuck in that bag.
I think that's the one that I pulled out.
No, like a whole new jar. He sent a little bit extra, a little bit of love. Pretty sure.
Yeah, but we're not trying to roll another fatty, right? Are we starting the competition completely over?
Never mind, we don't have it. So this is gonna be enough. I mean, you tell me.
How much is that? Probably like a gram and a half or
So
something.
it's
It's
probably
probably
like,
about half of what we rolled.
probably a gram and a half. Yeah. So it was a grinder and a half, basically. Is that enough?
Yeah, it should be good.
All right. Where is?
I haven't rolled an 11 in a minute.
Interesting.
Hopefully it'll stay together.
Damn, dude. That's wild.
What are you looking for?
What a
the
series of
blueprint?
events. What an absolute series. All right, we'll get some questions in the meantime then. Fuck it. Oh, we're up to date on the questions? Let's go. We probably missed hella shit.
Hey, life sauce.
Do you
the driver.
kick people?
Do we kick people? No, we let the trolls. We let them go, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, unless it's like something absurd. You know?
I've wanted to just get away from bullshit one day. I remember there was one
Yeah,
day.
sometimes you.
There
it's
was
just-
one day that
it's
I'm like,
always
I don't want to
day-to-day.
entertain this shit today.
Yeah.
I'm like, let's just get.
I'm always
you know.
down to entertain that shit.
I know, you love that shit.
You know, I thought
Sometimes I'll
that.
just delete it. If someone's making sense, I'll engage with them and talk to them.
Yeah.
But like, I'll have some people on there that are just saying shit.
I just love to watch the homies go get them after that, dude.
Oh, I know.
I'm just like, yo, free speech, unless you're talking about some absolutely absurd shit, say what you want, and we'll see how
Yeah.
it goes. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like the comments on Instagram over here. That's the way we treat the feed. It's the day of the Lord. Yeah, dude. Fucking, we missed out today.
We had a praise and blaze.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, dude, we're holding strong at the 250 here after the doink drop. That's pretty incredible.
Surprised that shit didn't go up.
On the doink drop,
Yeah.
everybody's
People
busy
fucking
recording.
But
filming
you,
it.
you got to fucking see the
I've
shenanigans
seen
that
in
are.
fucking
Yeah.
ass joints before.
Yeah. You got to see this shit that's going
Every
on over
time.
here.
Yeah.
Every time. It's like probably 147-4 right now on the Ash Jenga scoreboard.
That's
Yo, who's
crazy.
But I
talking
think
shit?
it just brought me back because a doink is worth at least, what, 50 ashes? Right?
RJ.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
RJ.
100.
I fucked this doink
100
up too,
probably.
though, so.
Who's talking shit about Jake? Shout out Josh.
Josh
For the-
M, dude.
He says, "Have you had before?
What have you... Hey, can we scroll a little
What have you had before that's been unicorn?
bit? Unicorn shit?
RS11, Zope, Skittles,
The early batches of that.
yeah,
The early
yeah,
batches.
RS11
of
fell
RS11.
off. I've never seen a strain fall off so hard.
Guava, Gelato 41, Biscotti,
Yeah.
Wedding Cake.
Dosey. There were some Dosey.
yeah,
batches
some
that were
Dosey.
Fucking insane.
There was a couple batches of Z that were
A
just...
few different ones. That
I've
one,
been chasing that ever since.
yeah, that one.
No, there's
hung,
some
bro.
great. It just tends to burn a little hot, in my opinion.
Most of the time, yeah. And honestly, Z can easily get like that minerality flavor, just depending on like. And usually the stronger it's burning, the more likely it is. That correlation is what led me to believe like that minerality is like an accurate term for it because
I think that is funny.
it's like it's just so dead on, dude.
Don't feed the troll, bro. Mary Jane, are you guys thinking about going to Germany for? I saw that guy ask about that.
Yeah, I've been kind of peeping Megan be trolling. I can't tell if Megan's hating or just mad or because I mean they're on there often, so I appreciate the viewership.
So that's perfect,
Megan, but
just to be safe, you're still gonna heat shrink it, even though it's perfect.
all right, cool. Yeah, we'll heat shrink it just to be sure this time. But yeah, sometimes I'll engage the trolls if it feels like it would be interesting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If there's something interesting. to
Yeah,
say.
me too. I think it's funny. It can be funny, dude.
Dosey
Some of it
Dos
can
also
be
fell
funny, and
off.
it's
It
depending
did.
on
Dosey
who it
Dos
is.
fell off.
But
Dude,
there's
some strains just do that, bro. They fucking. It's not age, so this is the wrong thing to call it. But I have been calling it aging out. They just age out. But it's not
people
just
really
the genetic
believe, like,
age.
in the genetic. So what's your take on the genetic age?
I
we
mean, I
want to
don't-
know what happened to RS11.
that's probably what they call epigenetics. So like, it could be just an epigenetic switch that turned off to the thing that you liked in there,
Okay.
and that happens with a lot of strains.
Yeah, something
Because
happened, bro.
RS11, I mean, it is completely different. I actually just had an Arizona batch that I was like, wow, this reminds me way more of what
Every
it
once
used
in
to
a
be
while,
like.
something will come along and.
But
give
it
you hope.
still wasn't. Because, dude, that was like some real candy at the beginning of the candy shit. Like, it really smelled
Yeah.
crazy.
Even
and I was
Zope.
just like,
I haven't had Zope since
Zope still. I think I've seen
2019
some
of
sick
August
Zope
was
batches
the
still.
best batch I ever had, and ever since I've had close, but I haven't had one where I'm like, this will go up against it. And I tried to challenge myself and be like, is that just me being impressed with it back then and now getting used to it? But then I'll try some other shit because I thought that about like runts and shit. And then I tried some runts. Shout out Live Sauce. That was how I found out about Live Sauce.
Fire.
And up the hill, he submitted it to an episode. He was just confident as fuck, bro. That's why I'm like, yes, I have had Rock Wool that had insane fucking flavor because that shit was probably the best candy I've
That
had
was
in like
Rock
2
Wool?
years. Yeah.
The wizard.
No,
soap.
oh, Rockwool.
And
is,
95% of
but-
Rock Wool is
Life
Huff
Sauce
Air.
though.
Yeah, Life Sauce.
Is Rockwool.
Yes.
So is Wizard, yeah.
Yeah, and every once in a while, dude, that shit'll blow. But like 90%
Yeah, 'cause
of
not
it's
the
air.
medium. It's the fucking. It's you.
It's the driver, not the car.
It doesn't
He-
matter
He
about
just
the
said
medium.
that. He just said that Life Sauce to somebody a second ago that was saying something. He said it's not the driver, it's the car.
But one thing I have noticed is that you can get different flavors out of different mediums with different strains. So like, dude, you grow some OG in some soil and it comes out earthy. But if you grow that same OG in like Rockwool, it's like more sweet. It's still
Yeah.
gassy, but it has like a sweetness to it that isn't like this dirty kind of earthiness that OG is like kind of known for.
So there are variances when you're using different mediums.
Yeah,
you're
there
gonna
100%
see
is.
variances.
But no one medium is like like even the
Superior to
living
the
soil shit. Like, dude, I've said that I always use Blueprint as an example. I guarantee I'd put Blueprint up against any fucking batch of living soil, and Blueprint is gonna smoke better.
Yeah, I mean, I've had maybe 2 that I would have to actually, it would be close in my head off recollection, but generally the tendency is way higher.
Yeah,
Like, living soil tends to smoke worse for some reason, unless
sure.
it's just fucking hit out the park.
I don't
know
think
what it is.
living soil. I think just doesn't smoke the way that you guys kind of prefer the smoke. Because I think it's a little more throaty just by nature.
Now, if you're just needing medicine,
Yeah, maybe.
you know what I'm saying? But that's just not what our show's about. And people
Yeah.
expect us to make our show about what they need, right? We're in the interaction with the palate specifically. Some shit might just be more conducive to a smoother, more pure experience. Turns out my phone's about to die. Damn, we got 100 people on Instagram. Guys, you got to head over to fucking
No, we
YouTube,
don't.
dude. We got the whole fucking, yeah, over on his page right here. It says 4 on this one and then 107 on that one. Wow, that was quick, bro. Good shit.
That was quick.
You want me to fucking?
Well, hey, I fuck it up. I gotta refix it, right? Make it happen.
Yeah, dude, that was
Alright.
good shit. Nope.
So these are both should be good
Let's get the doink cam
to
here.
get back to where we were, size wise.
Yeah, those are nice little chops. Let's
Yeah.
run it.
So
11 mil, 2 gram chops.
fire up. I'll fire
This is
up.
Blueprint.
That is blue. Yeah.
It was much easier when the tip matched the brand.
Yes, it was.
Yeah. Well, the darker one is Blueprint. We'll just remember that.
Apologies, guys, for that one.
I mean, as soon as you hit it, you'll know.
This is definitely the cream smoothie. I can fucking smell it just by lighting it.
What's that, Sean? We lost 100 subscribers after Paul dropped the doink.
What's that, Sean? They started refunding all of the shit after I dropped the doink. They started retaking their money back,
Everybody's taking their super comments back.
calling their banks.
Can we make the screen bigger? It like shrunk. Oh, actually, no. I like the comments bigger. That's better. Never mind. Yeah.
It was the Blueprint that dropped too.
Yeah. So to be fair, yeah, the one that got dropped was in the lead.
Yeah, but also to be fair, that was the one that wasn't re-rolled.
Yeah.
That's a trip. That was the one that was just rolled
Yeah,
fine.
players fuck up too, guys.
Yeah.
It's all good. We get even more of a for sure decision here.
I will tell you this fuck just wants to light up. Like when you light it,
same
like it
with the
just wants to light right up.
That's probably the moisture levels. Because it's a little older, it's probably drier. and
Drier,
burns faster.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
you go to light it and like it instantly wants to turn white. Whereas some stuff you kind of have to blow on and hit a couple times, and then it'll kind of pitch and start to smoke.
Yeah, I think the ash color has less to do with moisture, but just the way something smokes and burns definitely a lot to do with the moisture.
For
Yeah.
sure. No, we noticed. I mean, literally, day 6 post shop. That's the first time we smoke something, and we'll feel a hotness because it's
In the
like just
beginning.
like vapor, like water vapor almost, just steaming on the roof of your mouth. And then like usually like 14 is when it starts to be like, all right, this is getting close to its peak, and then like a month later, depending on the strain though, Z kind of peaks out earlier. Like Lindy's one of those ones that, dude, 4 weeks, and that's when it's just hitting its full potential.
It needs time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
it
it
needs
needs
time.
to chill. Like you got to just put it away for a few weeks before you send it anywhere, because it's just like it'll just hit its peak then.
We had a batch that we found like that was one of the decent batches. It wasn't like any like one of the craziest ones or nothing. And we got rid of everything we had, and I think what was it, like a quarter pound that you found or something like that, like a quarter
Of
pound
Lindy,
of, it,
yeah.
of the Lindy, and it was like 5 weeks old, just been sitting in a grove bag.
No, it
off
was
to the
like
side.
5 months old.
Was it really?
Yeah,
that old?
this was way later.
I think
dude.
didn't you show me this
We ended up
Maybe.
smoking it, dude, and it was amazing.
at Vallejo Relief Center? I feel like
It
you
might have
showed
been.
me that.
It might have been that
In a
batch.
grow bag, right?
Yeah, and it was old. I don't know if you saw it when it was fresh or when it was old.
I think you showed it to me when it was old.
Oh yeah.
Because you said that. You were like, this shit was old. I think you said you found it sitting, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that was a blessing.
That was some of the best. That was some of the best Lindy. Like that old shit that we found was like, what the fuck, dude? This shit is smoking crazy.
Weed
right
really
now.
does get better especially in the grove bags.
Yeah, shout out grow
it's
bags.
crazy, dude.
You
Uh,
can cut
Dom-
the check for me promoting you.
You know, it's crazy. We reached out to them. They just in May for the first month ever sponsored us,
That's
Grow
cool.
Bags, and we've been literally shouting their shit forever. And
Yeah,
we
you
even
guys
told
have
them we're
been
like,
using it a lot.
hey guys, what's up with a sponsor? If you say no, we're still gonna rep your shit because it's the best. And that's the only way we'll have a sponsor is if we would rep them without it. You know what I mean? Like we won't accept a sponsor that we wouldn't rep without getting a
Yeah.
sponsorship. If that makes sense.
Yeah, fuck that.
But Dom G, we got the super comment. Fuck is the best small batch smoke on the market. Period. Yeah, dude. I mean, 3 harvests in, we got to see. You know what I mean? Because it's all fire till it's not. There's so many chapters and fucking
Yeah.
seasons. But right now, I mean, with that, like, I would love to try a fresh batch of that. What are you thinking right now off the gate?
The chef.
Smoother still.
Yeah,
still more
smoother.
accurate.
Yeah, this has like more of a smoky flavor now,
Okay.
for
A
sure.
smaller doink for me, damn near. Oh, Connor Bullion with the $50 donation, dude. May the
Appreciate
best
you,
smoke
brother.
win. Round 2. Yes, sir, dog. That's crazy. Damn, you guys are definitely you guys are cashing out today, dude. That's good shit.
Appreciate everybody.
Yeah.
Let's see. We got Megan from Humboldt. You think I'd be talking this much shit if I was being a tweaker in the valley? I mean, tweakers are everywhere. You know what I'm saying?
I've seen him in cities. I've
I
seen
bet
him.
they're-
I've seen
I
him
bet
in the
they're really starting to
cutties.
invade the internet too now.
Oh, yeah, they're
for
figuring that
sure.
shit out, dude.
Well, dude, they got those fucking free Biden phones they get. Dude. You know what I'm saying? So they
That
can
was
just jump
actually
right on and fucking.
Burnt on the blueprint on that round.
So I noticed smaller doinks damn near are almost like a little like harsher to me.
Yeah,
Well,
it makes
but
sense.
that's where
It's
we were
closer
getting
to
in the doink anyway. I mean, let's take a look at this.
But
real
still,
quick.
they're the
see
same
that?
size, so that variable is, you know what I mean? Like,
So guys, can we get a doink cam ribbon? I want to show that we're like accurate to exactly.
he
where
rolled it to
fell.
where it fucking fell off. That's funny. All right. So
We're picking up where we left
I
off.
still have
You
the
still-
chef overall, but
Yeah, no, the
that
chef was
last
more
chef hit
enjoyable.
Was not the same as the first one.
So what are you getting more of? Like more of
wasn't an
like
eighth,
a
maybe
harshness?
Yeah,
or?
but down here in the lower.
for me, I get
throat.
like a
Okay.
hotter. to
yeah
it,
hotter.
you know what
I
mean?
think is why
Yeah.
that would be that way.
Hey, but look at this though. We got a pitch on the chef, which is the dark green tip here. Oh wait, hold on. Let me twist it a little. Can we get a zoom in too? I don't know if we can or not. Okay. I don't know if my wrist don't bend that way, but you see, it just started started blowing whiter. No, I literally
yeah,
can't
at first
render
it wasn't
really.
burning as good.
And it tasted like it wasn't burning as good.
Yeah,
like
I
it
agree.
Didn't get the momentum going. All right, which one did you hit last? The fuck?
I think you hit the fuck last or the chef?
I hit the chef last.
Okay.
I started with the fuck.
All right,
Or
what
no,
you
I
saying?
started with the chef, but then I switched it on my second. Right.
Okay.
I did chef, fuck, chef.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna hit the fuck first. Yeah, it's like a little pinpointed sting on the tonsils. It's not like overwhelming my whole palate or nothing like that.
No,
it's just
it's still great.
A little sniper sting on the tonsil.
Yeah.
This, if I remember correctly, which I was hitting it when I was getting through the beginning, so I want to see pitched now.
I said this before, and it's not to say that our followers or people that watch us don't have good palates or on our, not trying to say that at all, but like I think a lot of the things that me and Adam like gripe over back and forth, like, oh well, it's this or it's that. I don't even think a lot of people notice.
For
or
sure,
would
100%.
notice, you know what I'm
I
saying?
don't
Like
think
for-
anybody would notice this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go against the grain here and say that the last 2 hits I had, the fuck was smoother.
Really?
This last couple hits, the fuck was just smoother to me right now. So hold on, let me just get some water and reverse the order because I did hit the fuck second. Whatever one you hit second has a disadvantage.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
the other one goes in there and tears.
so
shit
you
up
like
a
to
little bit.
reverse the
Yes.
order and do 1-1 and then wait a little bit and then do the other. So see
We're
if
giving,
it's that that's causing that.
We're giving
variable.
JP sponsor, water sponsor, a little plug. Although I don't agree with the plastic. We're just gonna plug
I
them
don't
in here.
agree with it.
You know what I mean? We like the metal around here, the glass.
I know these people. These are good people.
Are they?
Yeah.
Okay,
What's
well,
up?
that's why we're plugging them. Yeah, they wouldn't. I know JP wouldn't be fucking with them if they weren't. All right, I'm gonna hit the fucking chef first. We'll see. So chef is what I'm getting off the chef is a more aggressive, like covers a wider surface area. I wouldn't necessarily say it's as maybe.
No, the end of that chef was definitely burning me up. But that's the crazy thing is it's not the end. That was really the beginning of that joint.
Yeah.
So
Right.
you could kind of give it a pass if it was towards the end. 'Cause all that extra oil sitting in there making it harder to burn. Or it's probably just burning hotter. I don't know. But
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but
I'm not hitting this until I get that too. I want to be able to.
they're both getting a little aggressive, but also that time I can feel that was less pinpointed and it was more like that. So I'm wondering, it's like, did that do something first and then that brought it back up? Or did
Well,
it
I'm gonna
cause
hit
it
the
from
fuck
that?
first, so
Yeah.
I'll let you know.
But right there, I was leaning towards fuck being smoother.
oh, the new tips smell good.
Yeah, you tried them?
Right now.
Right now.
Oh,
he is,
yeah. Oh,
right
yeah.
now he is.
Yeah,
The last ones I thought were
We're
a
high.
little,
Cluggy.
yeah, just not as smooth of a pull, or not as like
Even-
smooth of a pull. I don't
Yeah,
know how.
you're getting
how
a lot
to
of
really
There's-
explain that.
it's a more even
resistance.
pull.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and depending on how it came out too, some holes are smaller than others and shit. I really don't like size 9 and 10 just because of that. They clog a little easier. So this, we were like, we don't want to do the center hole because then that rips all the Scooby snacks into your mouth constantly. So by adding 7 more holes, it kind of it's the equivalent of another
Yeah.
center hole, but without the Scooby snack problem. Now it's not clogging and it's fucking prime. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking I'm liking the flavor on the chef more.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking it's coming through purer than the fuck is. But I think the chef is not as smooth as the fuck.
That's kind of where I'm at. I wouldn't be so sure about the flavor because again that citrus is so loud to me. But I would at least probably give for me personally, I'm probably gonna give fuck first round just because I really care about smoothness.
First round or second on this one?
On this one.
This
Okay.
is third, right?
Oh, is this
This
third?
would be third round. I mean,
All right, this
because
is third.
chef pretty much
I
took.
didn't know if we were
round one
going
and
5-round championship or not.
We can go 5-round championship if you want, but if that's the case, then we were in round 3 when those dropped.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Because we have done it each. This is like 5 times. This is like the 5th time. I feel like.
Yeah, so if we're
mine
do-
will be 5.
Okay.
So if we're doing that, then so then let's discuss this then, because in my opinion, the 3 times that I hit those doinks before the tragedy and atrocity that happened, I was chef the entire way. I had
too.
chef
Same.
up 3 rounds.
No, I was. Oh, so I thought we were kind of in late second round because look at the size of this. Where are they?
Well, then that would mean
You
that
already
these.
tossed them?
Yeah, no, they're right.
Because it
there.
looked like we were like just a hair over 50% of the way through. Like
Isn't a
getting towards
round
the
just
last.
like a rotation in this? In
No, it's
so-
where the doink's at. So
Got it.
the first third of the doink, the middle of the doink, the
okay,
meat of it,
okay,
and then in the third round, it's like, all right, we're at the end. Did any
It's
of
like
them
who's
carry
still
their flavor?
performing? Who's gassed out and fucking can't fight
Yeah.
anymore, and who's out there still performing and still fucking putting off flavor and smoothness? And so sometimes that third round, you'll end up being beat for 2 rounds and then come out and KO somebody in the third round.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
if you win the first 2 rounds, but in the end you poop out and the other one's still fighting, that's a win. That's a comeback
That's a
third
big-
round
Yeah,
win.
true. Okay.
Because then it's like, at least you had pretty fucking good the whole way, and your 8th isn't a half-8th because you had to put it out halfway.
Yeah.
We got Megan in here still saying they can talk shit because they can. We're not even going to block you. You can keep talking shit, Megan. Nobody's trying to stop you.
No, I think
It's
our
entertaining.
followers are doing enough of that right now.
Are
I've
they?
been-
I
yeah,
haven't
I've been,
even
no,
been
no, they've
looking,
been
dude.
eating at her, dude.
Oh shit.
My bad. That was me. I felt it. That was me during the transfer. I'll take it.
Oh, what, an Ash?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll take it. I felt my fingers stick to the tip when
Jumped
I
on
went
the
to,
grenade
when I
for
went
you,
to
kid.
give it to him.
Do you? But this is unequal now, right? So wouldn't we ash this one or no?
No,
No.
because
Oh,
that's
because that's
structure.
part of the weed.
That's part of it, yeah.
It has strong structure. Now, if you, I guess we could. I'm open to making a rule where if we fuck around and accidentally ash it ourselves, then we do it to the other one.
If it's not of natural causes, because
Well,
that
that
was
is
definitely
natural
my.
cause though.
Yeah.
I guess
If
so.
you can't pass it,
Well, sometimes
Yeah.
like
that's not.
my shit will stick to the tip and it'll jerk it as I'm pulling it
Yeah,
off,
yeah,
passing
yeah.
it. So it just depends on how violent the
But
fucking
yeah,
offense
that
was.
wasn't a bad one, but
Okay. Well, then we'll keep it on.
but it definitely, I get what you're saying, and I think that in those cases when it's not of natural causes, we should.
I wonder if you if you put this. I can ask, but like, if I feel like passing it, no matter what happens between the passes, a natural cause, because otherwise, I'm pretty sure most of the shit probably would just never.
No, some shit we're dead still with it, and while we're looking at it, it'll just fall off.
Yeah,
like
it's a structural thing too.
some
though,
shit's
because,
weak as fuck.
No, but he's right though. It's a
Falls off right
structural thing
away.
though too, because look at if that ash structure was as strong as that one, I feel like the pass seemed the same. Like maybe.
What are you thinking off the exhale, real quick? While it's
This was
fresh?
pretty smooth. This time that was pretty smooth. Yeah, that's what I thought.
And who knows what variables in the new doinks it could have been? Who knows?
But
You know what
also
I'm
when they
saying?
get this short, it fucking stings my eyes, and I fucking hate that. That's
Yeah.
what I was
Right.
thinking.
Yeah, big doinks for the win. First lesson
sure.
of today. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're always a better experience. But we got to simulate the end of a doink here. Where are we leaning? Flavor wise, let's not talk about smoothness.
Chef.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, I
This
felt
is
the same
almost
way.
out of flavor.
I got to
Yeah.
try it again because I was still enjoying flavor
I
when it
still
was
have a
with me.
little bit of lemon, but that doesn't count to me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The
I
complexity
kinda-
of the flavor is gone.
So
with this
I'm
one.
curious about your opinion because I'm on the fence about that. Part of me is like, that's cheating. It's lemon, but also, you could say the same thing about Z. Oh, it's so
No,
mouth
no.
coating. That's cheating. It's Z.
I don't think it's cheating, but if it's the complexity of it, should be.
There still. Well,
Yeah.
There we go. I would
'Cause
consider
the
that
lemon-
natural causes.
Yeah, the lemon isn't cheating, but it's just so strong that that'll pretty much be there in everything. But you can at the beginning of that creaminess, you could taste it, and then towards the end, I couldn't really taste it anymore. And I mean, we've smoked a ton, so my palate's fucking shot. But
Straight up.
you know,
I get a lot of background noise with the blueprint right now, but the flavor's still strong, like a smoky tar.
Yeah, I got
Because I
smoke.
mean, we're fucking done with these basically. I mean, we're just trying to get a little decision in the third round here, or the fifth round, I guess you could say. Can we get a doink cam on the? There we go. They're almost gone, but that did burn a little bit. Yeah, it is like a watered down version of what it was.
yeah.
It's like we had full flavor, and now it's like put a little,
It's
little
in
bit of
there.
orange
How's the
juice
flavor
in a
on the chef
bottle
though?
of
Because when
water.
I hit it, I was saying when I first hit
I
it,
think they're both they're pretty heavily degraded for both of them right now for me.
and what one would you lean towards?
I'd be leaning towards. Oh, it's so tough because for flavor I would hit chef, but for smoothness I would hit fuck. I guess we're done here. On the lives, they timed us out.
That was they did. Huh?
Yeah. They said these guys are talking shit, dude. We gotta shut up. So I'm leaning flavor
Oh,
towards
asked
chef.
again.
I would even if it didn't degrade as much as it did on that last hit, I'd probably give it to fuck.
For
I
this
might-
round or for
this round.
and then
No, I mean the other rounds basically all went to chef. Maybe smoothness to fuck on the beginning of this, which was the fourth round.
I agree.
But there's a case to be made if you care more about smoothness to give the last two rounds to fuck. This doink to fuck.
Yeah, this round of the chef has been harsher.
Yeah. And so that's why we try to roll the eighths. And who knows, maybe maybe they were fucking different pressure. Who knows? Like maybe there's a variable in the rolling. But it did not perform like it did the first time, the chef.
Yeah.
I would still give the first three rounds to chef. So a fucking Hall of Fame fight, but I would give it to chef.
I would say chef
Did not see
as
that
well.
coming, honestly, with the citrus.
I thought fuck was gonna win.
I thought fuck was gonna win because I thought it would be like too overpowering, the citrus strain.
Yeah.
But then next to it, it's like, damn, the chef's flavor is actually.
Yeah,
good as
I
fuck.
agree. The chef's flavor is just really good.
Yeah,
It checks
strong.
the boxes.
Yeah, next to like the Wizard Trees, the Black Magic.
How was that, by the way?
It was very almost
good.
identical to the chef in the beginning. That would have been a good blind one, actually, because I really couldn't tell. It was the third
Yeah.
round smoothness that made it. The smoothness fell off and the purity fell off for Wizard, and the chef just did what it did.
Interesting.
So it was tied. We gave it a tied first round. Like, we literally could not decide. We were trying to think of every little attribute through purity, accuracy, and strength.
That would have been a good one to do blind.
Yeah, that would have been a great one. But it was so obvious in the third, like it was a no-brainer in the third. It was really close in the second, but the end of the second it started leaning blueprint, and then the third round was just all blueprint. But he does have the silicone, so the longer it stays in the silicone, you know what I mean, the silicone lids, I feel like it degraded pretty fast. Time wasn't that jar's friend. You know what I'm saying?
That's why we didn't use it.
Yeah. No, I know. I remember when you guys did that. So
Yeah, we just. I mean, yeah, that was.
yeah, and he also knows. We were talking about it. But I feel like we can't take it and like. Yeah, we just got to keep it in what it is.
Yeah, no, definitely. That's the way it's. That's their version of the best thing.
It looks fucking sick though.
I haven't seen. Oh yeah.
I feel like it was better in the beginning, and we could almost notice. At least like on the smell, it smoked really great each time.
it
but
I'm
the
gonna go
smell
get
was-
some. I need to try some. I've heard good things.
I think we have an extra jar. I mean, you can see what it's like.
Yeah,
after
yeah.
being in silicone.
What's the cross on it again?
He didn't say, so
I-
we can't technically say. But
I think I know, but I just didn't know.
Life
if it
Sauce
was,
said,
like,
"Let's do-
public knowledge.
Life Sauce said, let's do the
Yeah.
the three flavor thing.
oh yeah. So let's talk about that for a second, because we
Yeah.
got
Oh,
so many
weird.
fucking DMs about people wanting to duel somebody. So we have two ways besides us just hearing noise and going out and finding it based on like recommendations from people we know. It's either fast track, where you basically pay for an episode, or call somebody out and make some noise, because we just want to give the people what they want to see. So if it's anything outside of listening to the people and what they want to see, it's going to be like somebody called somebody out, or we just randomly smoked something that was crazy and got to bring it up to the people.
Yeah.
So check out the highlight fast track if you do want an episode in our bio. The trophy, gotta talk about that. So we got a big ass fucking proper tip
Oh,
with
sick.
24 karat gold labels, like actual gold labels.
Oh wow.
Same, like you got the
Yeah,
first
yeah.
tip trophy,
Similar.
same deal. A little smaller, gonna be more functional.
You could actually roll a big old hog with it.
Yeah, you can. I think it's like a 30 millimeter or some shit, or like a 40
You
millimeter.
can try.
I mean, you gotta use the big hog papers, but you know, it's
And that
possible.
thing's,
gotta
that thing's
use the
probably going
Cheech
to weigh
and Chong
10
record.
pounds too.
Yeah,
Paper.
yeah. So, Toad Venom tomorrow, or sorry, Wednesday. Probably like 11 a.m. This is gonna be our first live Midsbusters. We're gonna launch the tier probably Monday, Tuesday, hopefully, and then yeah, we'll be getting to that. But for now, we got multiple fucking winners on the giveaway already. We'll be posting a video when we do the raffle later. What else? I'm lit, so I'm gonna forget something.
Yeah, that got me high. I mean, whatever,
it's-
dude.
I'm
We definitely
baked.
got
Yeah.
high off all
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
Yeah, for
exactly.
sure.
Like two strains that, like, people try to put in the category of doesn't get you hella high.
Hey, well, listen,
You know
we
what I mean?
smoked two fucking big ass joints of them, and I'm not that high, so I'm gonna go ahead and keep saying that. I don't think those strains do really get you that high, but I
mean,
am high though.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like I'm not like.
If we
locked
smoked two
high.
joints of some fucking like OG, we'd be high as shit.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
Well,
dude, duh.
here's the thing: there's different highs too, depending
Yeah,
on what you need
that's
out of it.
that is right. I don't
I
mean
can
to
go
say
function right now, but I'm
That's right.
medicated. You know what I'm
totally.
saying?
Yeah.
Like,
I still. That's a problem in my own, because I think people even say like purple punch doesn't get you high, and I even get caught up in saying that. But I don't think it. I think there's
I'll
people.
get a little high. You know, it's just.
It just doesn't affect me in the way that like I
Yeah.
want the shit to be. I'm
Exactly.
not high in the way that I want to be. Like it makes you feel something. That
I like couch log for bedtime, but like I don't want to be smoking that shit all day.
yeah,
dude. I
I
gotta
like
do
couch
hella
rock shit all day.
No, if you
You
smoke
like it
that
all day?
shit-
Yeah,
couch
but I
rock?
don't smoke all day, so
Oh,
you
okay.
know.
Yeah. If you
Yeah, we
smoke
gotta
that
smoke
shit-
at 9
When I'm
a.m.
doing
and 10
shit
a.m.
like all
every day.
day, I'm in meetings and I'm fucking working at the grow wherever I am. Fucking, I just can't be high all day. So
Yeah.
No.
it
When
depends
we
on
have
my
those,
day.
like episodes like this, usually it's fucked. Usually.
Yeah, because also even if you don't get that high, like when you smoke 7 grams of it in your first sitting of the day.
Yeah, you just
Like,
go
you're
sit
gonna-
down and smoke
you're
a
gonna get
fucking
a little
quarter ounce.
blasted.
Oh,
Yeah.
for sure.
Between
yeah.
you and one other
when
person.
you get high.
Yeah, you're just like, all right, no, go do the day after that.
Yeah. So, anyways, appreciate you fucking
Yeah, of course. Anytime.
giving
man.
us a third opinion, dude.
It was fun
Yep,
to do this with you
appreciate
guys.
you,
I
dude.
think this is cool. What you guys do is cool as shit. Like I said, it's uncommon. So there's some people doing it, but not like this.
I
So
appreciate
cool.
that, bro. Yeah, we gotta hit the lab and do some interesting ass
Yeah, you
like
guys should come
collab
over.
studies on like something having to do with smokability.
That'd
See
be
what the
tight,
fuck-
man.
Yeah, yeah.
Anytime, dude.
I
We do
bet.
this shit. You know?
'Cause,
Should
like,
be sick.
We just want to know the answers, bro. We don't give a fuck.
Same.
You know?
Yeah,
That's cool. Yeah, the R&D department for us is cool, man. I mean, that Jonathan, the guy that leads it up, you know, he's a fucking PhD from Cornell.
Yeah, no, and he
And,
seemed specifically
just-
open-minded. Like,
Oh, he's very
very
open-minded.
just wanting to
He's
get to
come
the answer.
around to everything. He knows.
Yeah.
That guy knows about good weed now. He really does. He knows
That's
a lot
fucking
about
tight,
it, bro.
dude.
He likes good shit. He's
That's
one of the
what's
people I
up.
trust for sure.
So we got Dash with the last probably super comment of the fucking episode. Great
That's
stream,
what's up.
guys.
Shout
Shout out
out
to the crew
Dash.
behind the scenes.
Yeah,
Ruben?
great job.
Sean, it was a good day today.
yeah.
But yeah, we're gonna get the fuck out of here. Appreciate you guys coming on. We're gonna have new duels coming all week, so stay tuned.
Yeah. Peace.
So what did they say this is?